And welcome to Independence High School here in Coal City, West Virginia. Tonight, Video Productions presents exciting high school football. It's Class Single A Man. The Hillbillies, 3-3, take on the number 3. Class AA, Patriots of Independence that are 5-0. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Chris Farish is on stats, and Andrew Boland is directing and producing tonight's game. And Eric, we have a beautiful night for football here in Coal City, West Virginia. Homecoming tonight for the Patriots of Independence.
Yeah, the Patriots are coming off of a big win last Friday, Maris, and against Midland Trail, big rivalry game in the Patriot Bowl. And Independence will be coming here and be probably real amped up for homecoming night.
Well, the Patriots have really been tremendous on both sides of the ball, and you look at their numbers, as you mentioned, with that big win over Midland Trail a week ago, they put up 60. They come in averaging 55 and giving up only 12. So, you know, you hear so much about the offense, and rightfully so, but the defense has been really stingy. Yeah,
we noticed that in the first game against Liberty, who was really come on after that game, scoring, you know, putting up 20-plus points a game after that, and they pretty much held Liberty in check. I don't think Liberty maybe crossed the 50-yard line twice that whole game, so the defense is really outstanding.
We'll get you ready for the kickoff at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. We'll take our first break, as tonight it's Independence taking on Man. Homecoming here at Independence. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Independence 5-0, ranked number 3 in this week's Class AA SSAC ratings, and Man is 3-3. And Eric, one of the things I want you to touch on quickly, this has been homecoming for Independence, and Coach Lilly told me this afternoon it's really got him concerned because it might have a little bit of distraction for his players. So when you were a player at the high school and collegiate level, how would you deal with homecoming?
Well, there's a lot of distractions, and Coach Lilly is spot on. You know, a lot of kids, it's hard to keep them focused as it is, and homecoming with the dance, you might be escorting someone, and it's just, you just got to really just get the mindset that football game comes first. And I mean, it's real hard for younger kids to do, and me as well.
And I think you would agree that you have a better time at the dance if you win your homecoming game.
Yeah, don't even go to the dance if you lose the game.
All right, we're going to take another quick break as Man has made their way out on the field. You can see at the top of the screen they'll be wearing all white tonight. We'll take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Modley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia, or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Modley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Modley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, when the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Welcome back to Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Man enters the ball game 3-3 under head coach Harvey Arms. Independence is 5-0. John Lilly, their head coach, ranked number 3 in Class AA. We're ready for the opening lineups and for the offensive starters. I think we're going to have the national anthem. So right after the national anthem, we will give you each team's starting lineup. So here is the national anthem here at Independence High School on a beautiful Friday night here on the 15th day of October. There you have the playing of the national anthem for the 3-3 Man Hillbillies, as I mentioned, coached by Harvey Arms. For their starting offensive players, here's Eric.
Okay, Maris, the Hillbillies will line up like this. Up front, they will at center will be a 5'9", 173-pound senior, Daniel Stafford. The two guards are Scotty Rakes, a 6'1", 230-pound freshman, and Houston Ellis, a 6'1", 200-pound freshman. The two tackle positions will be held down by 6 foot, 219-pound sophomore Josh Pearson and 6'2", 229-pound senior Terry Mullins. The wideout positions will be anchored by Jeremiah Harless. He's a 6'4", 185-pound senior. Jordan Adams, a 6'1", 200-pound junior. At the other wideout position is Justin Grimmett, a 6 foot, 177-pound senior. At the running back position will be Jaden Brumfield, a 5'9", 145-pound sophomore, and a slot wide receiver would be Jacob Walls, a 6'2", 160-pound sophomore. And at the quarterback position would be Israel Canterbury, a 6 foot, 205-pound senior.
Independence will go this way. Up front will be Fisher Williams, the center, 5'10", 300 sophomore. The guards are Brady Grimmett, a 5'11", 295-pound junior, and Michael Cheek, a 6'1", 305-pound senior. The tackles, Aaron Shiflett, 6 foot, 258, and a junior, and Logan Isom, a 6'4", 285-pound junior. The tight end is Braxton McKinney, 6 foot, 218, and a junior. The wide receivers are Cyrus Goodson, 6'2", 170, and a junior. Trey Bowers, a 5'10", 186 sophomore, and Judah Price, he's a Mr. Everything. He's a 5'6", 156-pound junior. He'll line up in the slot and wide receiver. The quarterback is Logan Phelan, a 6'3", 212-pound senior. And tonight, Atticus Goodson will not start. He's going to play. He won't be in on the first possession. And we still got about maybe 5 minutes before the kickoff. And let's see if we can get our final break in as we will do that as you are watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
That's still 3 minutes early. We're back here at Independence High School, and Eric will get to our Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half on the fly. Independence has won the toss, and they will receive. They'll be working left to right on your screen. This man tees it up on the far side hash, and Independence has got two guys deep wearing Independence. You can see wearing the gray uniforms with the white helmet. Man, all in white with the navy blue. Here comes the opening kickoff of the ball game. It's to the far side. It's inside the 10. That's Price. He's up over the 10. Crosses the 15, up over the 20, 25, and gets out near the 30-yard line. A nice gain on the kickoff return. So, Eric, your Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half.
Okay, the keys to the game, the best defense for men would be ball control on offense. They're going to really have to try to keep a hold of the ball and keep the Independence offense off the field.
So Independence will start this drive on their own 30-yard line. Logan Phelan will be the quarterback. As I told you earlier when given the lineups, Atticus Goodson will play tonight, but he won't start. So it will be Judah Price that will line up right behind the quarterback, Logan Phelan, as Independence will work left to right. Here's the pitch. The pitch is out to the far side, cuts up over the 30-yard line. That time is Judah Price with a nice gain on first down. And so take the ball from the 30 out to about the 33, maybe the 34. Let's see where they put him down at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Lily Maris, you know there's a little drop off as far as size with Judah Price, but this guy's very capable. He's coming off a 260-yard plus game against Midland Trail.
2nd and 7 for Independence. Here's a quarterback. Nice reverse pivot. Goes right up the gut. He's very close to first down. He's just shy of the 40. They've got to get to the 40 for a first down, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1. They'll put him down just right over the 39-yard line.
And look for Independence to really go with tempo. That's one thing that they've done to keep defenses on their heels early in the season.
That was a nice reverse pivot by Logan Phelan. Here's the snap. He does the same play. He's got some room. He's across the 40, across the 45, runs over a guy, gets cross midfield into man territory. They'll move the chains to first down at the Hillbilly 49-yard line.
Yeah, and you know what a finish by Logan Phelan. He plays linebacker on defense, so he's a load to bring down for any defender.
So 1st and 10 for Independence. They'll run with a tight formation. We'll have a receiver wide out to the top of your screen, out of the pistol set. He'll pitch the ball to Price. He'll get the corner. Here's a flag. That's going to come back. 2 flags. It's going to be a big gain, but it's going to be nullified because of a holding penalty on the edge.
Yeah, just getting the edge there. You know, had a little too much of the jersey right there, Independence. I didn't see who was playing left tackle position right there, but that's going to be a spot foul, so we'll put Independence behind the chains here.
And that's something you and I have talked about in the previous Independence games that we've done. As explosive as their offense is, coming into the game averaging 55 points, the penalties have really hurt them, and these can be drive killers.
Yeah, and the thing is, early on in games, and we've said they need to correct this, and this is one thing. If you had one thing to point to, Maris, is that as a weakness or their Achilles heel, this is Independence offense continually shoots himself in the foot.
So with the penalty, the ball comes back to their own 38-yard line. They've got to get to the man 39 for a first down. So they'll run with twin receivers to the bottom of the screen here to the near side. The quarterback, Logan Phelan. Man with a 5-man front. Here's the snap. It's a running play off to the left side, and there's a couple of yards up across the 45. Breaks a tackle, cross midfield into man territory. Can't quite see who that is on the far side. I'm not sure if that was Judah Price.
Yes.
A nice gain to get some of the penalty yardage back and cross midfield and put the ball down at the original line of scrimmage before the penalty at the man 49-yard line.
Well, see, the roles will be reversed this week on the Independence offense. They'll hit them with the dash early on and then bring in Atticus with the smash, probably in the second period.
2nd and 10 for Independence. Here's a give right up the middle. Nice break by Judah Price. He's got running room. He's inside the 40. Got a first down inside the 35 and all the way down to the man 30-yard line. Wow, that was smash and dash on one play right up the gut, and he exploded for an Independence first down.
Yeah, and I said time and time again, Judah Price is listed as probably 5'10", 150, but his heart puts him around the 200-pound mark. This kid is fast and runs with
He'll get it again. That was a 19-yard gain on the previous play. He's got running room. This might go. He's inside the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow,
so on back-to-back runs, he had a 19-yard run and now a 30-yard run. And we'll take a look at the Little General instant replay.
Yeah, and you'll see here, you know what he does, Maris, as he gets out in space, Judah does a good job of change of pace running, and he's real shifty, turns the defender inside out here, and he comes close to taking a late hit here in the end zone as he crossed the goal line.
So they'll set up and go for 2. The drive covers 70 yards in 6 plays, a 30-yard touchdown run from Judah Price. And no, they won't go for 2. They'll set it for placement and try to add on the PAT with 9:28 remaining in the opening quarter and a 6-0 lead. Here's the snap. There's the hold. The kick's on its way. It looks good, and it is. And Independence has taken a 7-0 lead. We'll take a quick break. You're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, Jack, did you see those new windows and doors the homeowner put on their home?
Yeah, and this new door they set us next to is sweet as pumpkin pie.
It's made in America, quality made and efficient too.
There's no time like now to buy new windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley.
Choose from many door styles, siding colors, and window, glass, and grid options.
We welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia. Independence leading 7-0. Here comes the kickoff. It went off the side of his foot. The ball's free. They're still scrambling for it, and Independence may have got it.
I think Independence recovers this.
They did, and Eric, I don't believe that was intended to be an onside kick. At least I don't think. If we can get a little general replay on this and see. But I thought he'd just get it off the side of his foot.
Yeah, I just think he mishit the ball. And great opportunity, though, for the coverage team. They stayed in their lanes and recovered the football.
So Independence will have it, and this will be at the 46-yard line of man. Independence just went 70 yards in 6 plays and got a touchdown, a 30-yard run by Judah Price, and now they'll set up shop 1st and 10 with Atticus Goodson in the lineup, and they'll set from the pistol right behind Logan Phelan. 7-0 man as we have 9:25 remaining opening quarter. Here's Goodson off the right side. He's got running room. The 40, breaks 30 to 35, cuts back to 30. inside the 20, the 15, the 10. He's down at about the 5-yard line. A tremendous run by Atticus Goodson. A huge gain from the 46 down to the 5, a 41-yard run.
Hey, and this is the way, if you drew up the way you wanted to start the game for Atticus, right? Coming out, he missed the game last week for a previous event, and just to get a big carry and almost take it to the house.
First and goal for Independence at the 5, approaching the 9-minute mark of the first quarter. Here's a handoff up the middle. There's a fumble, and Mann's got it. Independence turns it over. They were knocking on the door to go in for the second score, and just like that, ouch, they turn it over, and Mann able to get on it.
Yeah, coughed it up. It looks like he was just trying to switch the ball, to the opposite hand, and unfortunately put it on the turf.
So Mann will get their first possession. Mann will take over inside their 5. Looks to be at the 4-yard line where Mann is going to take over, and that's a big play for the Hillbilly defense.
And and this is a scary situation right here for your man offense. You really need they're undersized on the line compared to Independence, and I'm anxious to see how they handle Big Grimmett, the big nose tackle for Independence. He's a load.
Israel Canterbury will be the quarterback, and he'll bring him up. And he will work out of the shotgun. He'll put a man in motion. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself. He's got a hole. He comes out over the 10 and almost broke that, and a nice gain to get some breathing room on first down.
Yeah, he did a good job off of that right side. The great blocking there, and just found a crease and exploded through the hole. And you're right, Mayor, that was pretty close to going for the distance.
He'll pick up 7 out to the 11. But Canterbury, in the game against Westside, he completed 10 of 11 passes for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Mann in that game against Westside converted 6 of 6 on third down. And Mann's 3-3 as they enter the game here. They have a second down on their own 11. Here's the snap to Canterbury. It's a running play, not much. And getting the ball going up the gut that time was Brumfield, and really not much there, Eric.
Yeah, and I think what they're trying to do is they're going to pound the middle, try to get them to pinch in a little bit. They have great size, as you just noted, on the outside with Jeremiah Harless, the big 6'4", 185-pound wideout. Look for them to try to maybe go up top to him.
A manageable situation here with 3rd and 2 coming up. The ball at the 12. They got to get out to the 14. So it'll be Canterbury in the shotgun. Waiting on the shotgun snap, takes the snap, back in the pocket, throws far side, got a man out there, and he overthrew him. But he had a man that I thought was open, but the pass a little high, and it's incomplete, will force a punt.
Yeah, a little high and hot on the outside there, but good defense, a little man coverage there by Independence. So they're going with 4 wide, so you'll see them in a lot of man coverage here tonight.
So it'll be 3 and out, and Independence, if they handle the punt, should get it in very good field position.
Now this is a part, Maris, where it's dangerous for a man because you have Judah Price back there who's capable of taking it to the house on this punt as well.
Yeah, it looks like that'll be man punting right out of their own end zone. It's a really good punt, and it will drive
Judah Price
back across midfield. He comes to the near side, up inside to the 40, and Independence will still have a short field. It'll be the man 41. Is where Independence will start their 3rd possession of the game as the Patriots lead, man, 7-0 with 7:38 left here in the opening quarter. And there is a penalty flag, as you were pointing out to me, Eric, and there's going to be a hold against Independence. And once again, Independence issues with penalties.
Yeah, and once again, they're their own worst enemies right here. This is something, and, I keep reiterating this, Maris, they have to clean this up. They're a playoff caliber team, but when you want to advance in the playoffs, you need to pretty much play mistake-free football.
Well, you got to pay attention to details. So instead of starting the drive in man territory at the man 41 with the penalty, it'll come back to Independence territory. Still good field position as Independence will take over a first down on their own 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Independence. The Patriots leading the game 7-0. 7:38 for the first quarter. Here's Atticus Goodson on the left side, and he gets a nice gain, gets down near the 45, maybe right at the 45 of man.
And that's a good job going back to, Atticus after that fumble and get his confidence back. I'm sure he doesn't get down on himself too much and just get him rolling again.
They'll put him down at the 46, so Atticus Goodson will pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Patriots. They'll run with twin receivers here to the near side, to the bottom of your screen. Pistol set. Phelan gets the handoff back to Goodson, up inside, near a first down. He's got it, and they'll move the pile down to the man 40-yard line.
And the bigs up front for Independence are really controlling the line of scrimmage. We may have an injured player
Yeah, there's a play for Man. He's shaking up. Well, he's going to shake it off and stay in the game.
There's two. They're helping one up in the.
Yep, and looks like he's going to be okay with 7:05 remaining first quarter. The Independence offense is coming to the near side, but maybe there is a timeout on the field.
Yeah.
But, Eric, 7-0, and really, I think you would agree, Man is very fortunate. At this point, it's only 7-0 because Independence, after scoring on the first possession, fumbled on the 5-yard line on their second possession.
And knocking on the door really in one play, actually. So if you're Man, you really got to weather this storm, so to speak, here. And look at this set right here. It's man coverage here. The safety's cheating over.
Man was like they were going to blitz, and I think they came across the line and might be offsides on the Hillbillies. We'll wait and see as the laundry comes out. And it's going to be offsides, as I thought, as Man looked like they were dialing up a blitz, and they got a little anxious. And, this Independence offense is good enough. You don't want to help them out.
You don't want to give them any free yards. And the thing is, Mayor said, I like what Man's approach a little bit, though. You're going to have to try to put some pressure, run blitz, actually.
Here's Phelan to throw on 1st and 5, throwing the deep ball. Got a man wide open. It is caught for a touchdown. A beautiful throw by Logan Phelan hitting Cyrus Goodson, and Goodson had his guy beat, and that was a sensational throw, a 35-yard touchdown pass. And once again, Independence takes the lead as we adds to their lead as we take a look at the Little General instant replay.
Look, I like how he just climbs the pocket. He drops this in the bucket. This is a perfectly thrown ball and great pitch and catch for the Independence Patriots.
That was a 3-play, 51-yard drive, and that takes the lead to 13-0. Here comes the extra point attempt. There's the snap is good, the hold is good, the kick's on its way. They don't think it's going to get there, it won't. So the extra point is missed. So with 6:59 remaining in the opening quarter, Independence has had the ball 3 times and have scored twice and lead 13-0.
Yeah, and they're a well-oiled machine. And the only thing that seems to hold them back early on in games, is the penalty situation. Very explosive Bears. They can score on the ground and through the air.
A 35-yard pass from Logan Phelan to Cyrus Goodson. And the extra point is no good, and it is 13-0. That was a 3-play, 49-yard drive. So you take a look at Independence. Their first possession was 6 plays, 70 yards, and they got a touchdown. Then they had 2 plays and fumbled the ball at the 5, and now 3 plays. So they've ran 11 plays and have 13 points.
Well, they're a well-oiled machine when it comes to that. We had did a game against
Westside and Shady. Westside where they had
they had 5 scoring plays
out of 12.
Yeah. I mean that's explosive.
So Man has only had the ball once, and they got it on their own 4. Here's a squibber. The ball comes to the near side, and Man is not able to handle it. It goes out of bounds. And trying to get on the ball that time was Jordan Adams, but he couldn't really gather it in. But it goes out of bounds, and Man will have it. Looks to be the 21, maybe 22-yard line. Let's see where they put him down at.
Yeah, and it seems like they're having trouble. Even the refs with the pigskin out there, man. It's a little might
turf.
Be a little humid. Might be a little humid, making the ball slick.
So Man will have its second chance on offense. They'll have the ball on their own 22-yard line. Independence leading, as you can see on your screen, 13-0, 6:57 for the opening quarter. It'll be Israel Canterbury, the 6-foot, 205-pound senior quarterback, and this time he'll work up under center. On their own 22, Man will put a man in motion. That's Jordan. They'll hand it to him, trying to get the edge. And Jordan Adams will get across about just a couple yards. Independence did a good job as he doesn't get to the 25, only to the 24. Maybe they'll give him the 25. Let's see where they put it down at. They will give him the 25, and he'll get 3 on the play.
And, once again, that we must talk about the Independence defense. I would like to see their yards per play. They don't give up many yards. They have a good sound tackling team as well.
Yeah, Jordan Adams, who plays in the slot, a 6'1", 155-pound junior, was the recipient of that carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Man. The ball on their own 25. Independence leading 13-0. 6:15 and counting, remaining in the opening quarter. To throw, here's Canterbury, and it's incomplete. And the intended receiver slipped and fell down, trying to get the ball to Jeremiah Harless, and he just slipped on the turf.
Yeah, and Jeremiah Harless seems that he has a size advantage. He had a couple inches on the tallest DB for Independence. So look for them to maybe go to him a lot tonight.
Well, it'll be 3rd and 7. You figure they've got to throw the ball, or going to throw the ball here on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I'll say they'll be in the gun in this one and probably spread them out 4 wide. maybe keep a back end personal protector.
Well, Jeremiah Harless, who we talked about, he's 6'4". He's got size, lanky, 185-pound senior. They'll work out of the gun with Canterbury. Takes the shotgun snap. It's going to be a running play to the near side. Independence is stringing it out, and it's going to go nowhere. It's going to go for a loss. So, once again, the Independence defense comes up big, and that was a nice play that time by Independence. That was Jordan Harvey, the 5'10", 212-pound junior on the play.
And Jordan does a good job. They use him at fullback on offense sometimes. He's the stellar outside linebacker for this Independence team, and that was great inside-out pursuit, And what I mean by that, they all filled their lane, Maris. There was no cutback lane, and it was a great string out by the Independence defense.
So back-to-back series for man produces 3 and out, and it's punt time. We're approaching the 5.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Independence already up, as you can see on your screen, 13-0. Here comes the punt, or is it going to be a fake? Here comes a kick. It's a directional kick to the far side and out of bounds, and that's probably a pretty good idea. You don't want the dangerous returners from Independence to get their hands on it, but once again, Independence will have great field position.
Yeah, and they'll start from scrimmage on the other side, in man territory. Looks like they're going to mark them around right at the 50 or a little inside the 50. So this is another short field, and with this quick strike offense, Maris, they could score in 2 plays easy.
Yeah, they're going to put the ball down at the man 49-yard line. So this will be Independence's 4th chance. They started on their own 30, the man 46, and their own 49. This time it will be at the man 49-yard line, leading 13-0 with a first down for the Patriots. They'll work out of the pistol. They've got twins up to the top of the screen to the far side, put a man in motion. Here's the snap. Phelan throws it out. It's going to be a halfback pass. He got a man wide open. That's Cyrus Goodson. He'll haul it in at the 15 and hit immediately inside the 15. He had a weight on it. If the ball would have been out there, that would have been an easy touchdown.
Yeah, that's getting into the little it's Halloween, the month of Halloween, getting into their bag of tricks right there, Maris. And you're right, he had the weight on it, but it was a well thrown ball, but just a little short, and a great play by the Independence Patriots offense.
They'll put the ball down at the 14-yard line of man. That's a first down. And here's a running play to Goodson. Off the right side, inside the 10, inside the 5. They spin him around. He's close to another first down, and he may have it. He had to get to the 4, and I think they'll put him down at the 3-yard line, and it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and right now, Judah Price just checked out. They have Trey Bowers out of this last 2 weeks ago. They threw like a little quick slant.
Here's the handoff to Atticus Goodson, and he basically walks in off the right side, and Independence made that look easy. You said they might score in 2 plays. They scored in 3. And Independence tacks yet another one on the board. So really, the only thing that has stopped Independence, Eric, has been Independence when they fumbled down on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, right. And they look like they're in midseason form, peaking offensively. They keep getting better. Offensively, just clean up some penalties here and there, and this will be a real unstoppable offense. 3
plays, 49 yards.
Well, that's not returnable.
And the extra point, and that's another area where Independence is struggling, is the point after is no good. So with 4:44 left in the first quarter, it is 19-0 in favor of Independence.
And Logan, as they ran that real quick, Logan took a shot trying to pass it out on that 2-point conversion, and let's see him coming to the sideline, see if he's shaking up a little bit.
Speaking of Logan Phelan, who you were speaking of,
Phelan, yes.
Independence with 4 possessions. They've got a 30-yard touchdown run from Judah Price. They got a 35-yard touchdown pass from Logan Phelan to Cyrus Goodson, and now Atticus Goodson, a 3-yard run, and Independence up 19-0. They've ran 14 plays and have 19 points.
You'll take that anytime.
I would think you would call that highly efficient, right? Because you're scoring
highly efficient, explosive, yeah, all those terms.
And if you're a man, you've had 2 possessions, you've had 2 3 and outs. You've got to be able to string some. Even if you obviously you want to score, but if you don't, you got to string some first downs together.
As you said, when we did our keys to the game on the fly, and that was our key to the game is your offense being the defense trying to play keep away.
Here comes a squib kick, and I think Independence is going to recover it. Man is just not prepared for that, and I think Independence is going to have it, and they do.
Yeah.
So that's the second time that man has just not been ready for the squibber, and Independence will start this possession at the 42 of the Hillbillies.
And if this was a heavyweight bout right now, Maris, they're staggering the man Hillbillies, in this first round. And right now, if they can go down and score here, they could this game could basically pretty much be over.
And Eric, I think when you're playing a high explosive offense like an Independence, you got to hang in early, right? What's happening to man is like an avalanche, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Back to pass is Logan Phelan. He's got time, throwing the deep ball. Got a man out there. It's Cyrus Goodson, and he just overthrew him, just out of his reach, but he was open.
I think he lost it in the lights, Mears. Did you see him try to readjust and as the ball was in the air, because he barely went off his fingertips. He may have lost it in the lights there.
So it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Independence at the man 42. Independence already leading 19-0. They'll work with twin receivers to the top of your screen. Here's a quick pitch over to Atticus Goodson. He's inside the 40. He's inside the 30. He's on the move to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, into the touchdown inside the pylon. And Goodson takes it to the house from 42 yards out, and that expands the lead to 25-0 here in the opening quarter.
And, once Atticus Goodson gets ahead of steams, he's very tough to bring down. He's a load.
So that was a 2-play, 42-yard drive. Goodson a 42-yard touchdown run. And now it's time for the point after. We do have an injured Independence player there at the 20. I can't see who he is, laying on his back. He's up now. And that was one of the linemen, and that was Fisher Williams, who was shaken up on the play. He's up. They're getting him out of the ball game. And now let's see if Independence will line up and go for 2. They probably will. And, we talked about this too. And I said I hadn't had a chance to go back and look to see what their percentage was, but I'm saying their percentage is like less than 10% of conversion of extra points.
And then this is the other end of it. They could be averaging more points than they already do if they would get up to 50% on their extra points.
Here comes the extra point. The kick is up. This looks good, and it is. So with the extra point being good at the 4:23 mark of the opening quarter, your new score is Independence 26 and man nothing. And you're right, Eric, because, Independence entered the game averaging 55 points a game. If they were just 50%, whether it be the 1 point or the 2 point, they would be over 60 points a game.
Easily 60 points a game.
But this is such an explosive offense, and Man's had the ball twice. They've had 2 3-and-outs, and they have fumbled 2 kickoffs where they just weren't ready. And I don't think it's anything. I think the first kickoff was by accident, but I think that last one was designed. But Man, for whatever reason, has not been able to handle the kickoff.
And even on the third one that they received, they fumbled it out of bounds. So, yeah, they're having trouble holding on to the football.
So if you're Man, the worst possible thing could happen is happening. You're down 26-0, 4 scores and 5 possessions for Independence. And Independence will tee it up right between the hashes, between the numbers. Here comes the kick. This will be another squibber. Take a big high hop on the turf at the 20-yard line. Jordan Adams will take it to the far side, across the 25, up over the 30. 35 got some room, up over the 40. A nice return. So Man will have their best starting field position of a drive. They started on the 4 and on their own 22. And now they're going to start out right about the 40-yard line, and let's see if they can get something cooking.
Yeah, maybe string a couple of first downs, together to try to at least flip the field position game right here, so you can maybe pin your ears back and go after them defensively. But hopefully, Man can get something going offensively here.
So Canterbury will lead them out of the huddle. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Independence leading 26-0. 4:14 remaining opening quarter. They'll work out of the shotgun with Canterbury. He takes the shotgun snap. He play fakes in the pocket, throwing the ball deep. It's going to be underthrown and intercepted.
Trey Bowers picks
Bowers
this
with
one
the
off.
pick. Takes it from the near side across the way. There's a block in the back. Flag comes out. Easy play to call. Another flag. And that was an easy play to call on that block in the back.
Yeah.
So once again, Independence, they come up big with the turnover, but they'll be cost field position with the block in the back.
Yeah, and you want to be aggressive. You want to, if we have the instant replay.
Let's see
of
if
this.
we do have the replays. The officials are discussing it, but that's an easy play.
Here
it comes.
On our little generous to replay, as you see, Trey Bowers goes up and he high points his ball. Was thrown a little short, and as he makes the catch, as he's running, I don't see the player, but it's clearly a block in the back.
Right there, clearly a blindside block.
And you're always taught, if you see the numbers, if you see it, and you could clearly see his numbers, no need to you got to clean this up if you're Independence.
So for Man, they've got 2 3-and-outs and a turnover and an interception, and the ball goes back to Independence on the turnover. But with the penalty yards, they'll mark it back off, and Independence will be back inside the 30. They'll take the ball back to their own 28-yard line. So Independence will start from there, 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Independence leads in the game 26-0. Here's a running play off to the far side, up over the 30 and out of bounds. Couldn't quite see who that was.
It's Judah Price there.
Judah Price, and it's a nice little gain out to the 32-yard line, and he'll pick up 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
And the tempo, I keep saying tempo, and I think it wears on defenses as fast. They're already up to the line, ready to go again. After the ball is spotted, they're ready to go. Independence.
Yeah, they ground and pound, they smash and dash, and they really, like you said, put a lot of pressure on the defense. Here's Independence again. Here's a running play. Goodson up the middle, got a first down, crosses the 35, crosses the 40, over the 45. He's not done yet as they're trying to move the pile, and they'll blow it dead about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line, but once again, a gaping hole right up the gut.
Yeah, and you have to give it up to this offensive line. The running backs get all the glory, but the offensive line, man, they create a lot of running space and a lot of lanes for these Independence running backs.
16-yard gain on the play for Atticus Goodson. They have the ball, does Independence a first down on their own 48-yard line. They've just added a guy that just came out onto the field here, and they'll work with twin receivers to the near side, one to the far side, out of the gun. Logan Phelan puts a man in motion, waits on the snap. Here's a throw to the near side. Cyrus Goodson makes the connection, crosses midfield, breaks a tackle, and couldn't get away from the defender for the man Hillbillies. Is defending on the play was Jacob Walls, but not before a nice gain on first down.
And I like that. Just let your athletes do work right here, Maris. Just come up and just throw it out and let Cyrus Goodson try to make a play because they're playing man coverage here. So look for them to try to expose them up in the air.
Here's 2nd and short. Here's Judah Price. Gets a nice run, steam ahead, and moves the chains for a first down at the man, let's see, the 42-yard line where they put him down at.
And tempo. Well, looks like they're going to keep going with Judah back here, giving Atticus a little breather here.
They'll give him the 41-yard line and make it a first down for Independence at the man 41. Here's the shotgun snap, reverse pivot for Logan Phelan. He's up inside the 40, comes to the near side, inside the 35, got a block, gets inside the 30, and he's down at the 25-yard line at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. And Independence, their offense is cooking with gas.
And this is a new wrinkle we've seen with this reverse pivot in their offense, and it seems to work. They're faking the option, and he has the option of either pitching it or keeping it. And Logan's doing a good job of just cutting it up and getting what the defense gives him.
Put him out of bounds at the 26-yard line of man, a 15-yard gain. Here's going to be legal motion, and that's going to take it back. But once again, we talk about this all the time, a false start, illegal motion, either or. But these are really pay attention to details. And for players, they may not, because they're up big. But when you get in tight games, and believe me, as you get into the playoffs, the further you go, the more competitive the games get. Yeah. You cannot have plays like that.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mayor. And we say this is the one or two little things that if they could fix, this team, Independence Patriots, will be a tough out.
At the 31, 1st and 15, it's going to be a running play off the left side. Nice hard run down near the 20-yard line, and I couldn't see. I think that was Atticus Goodson. It was.
Yeah, he came back in, and he's just a load to bring down. Atticus is 6'1", and every bit of 225 pounds. Some people try to fudge, the weights in these programs, but this guy's a legit 225.
Here's a pass to the near side, caught by Cyrus Goodson. Just trying to shake and bake, and man played that pretty good. Just a very short gain, a couple of yards from the 20 down to the man 18-yard line and bring up a third and very short.
I look for them to try to set man up here. If you keep going to that quick pass, if that guy's going to play 10 yards, off of the receiver, they may do that all night.
Out of the pistol set, it's a quick pitch to the far side to Atticus Goodson. He's got a lane. He's got a first down. He's inside the 10. They're going to put him down about maybe the 9, could be the 8, but it's going to be a first and goal for the Independence Patriots. They'll put him down at inside the 10 at the 8-yard line, first and goal.
Yeah, look for them to run right off the garden center here.
They'll run out of the pistol set. Logan Phelan waiting on the snap, gets the snap. Goodson gets the handoff. Man does a good job that time, a very minimal gain. I mean, it was a nice gain if you're Independence, getting the ball down to the 6-yard line. We're in the final 30 seconds of the opening quarter, which has been dominated by Independence.
And look for Independence to try to get this playoff, too. That tempo is is really what keeps the team. They get a good rhythm, and the defense is not just able to recover the man Hillbillies defense.
2nd and goal from the 6. The pitch on the far side to Goodson. He's up inside the 5. He gets down to about the 2-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. After 1, it's been all Independence. Your score, Independence 26, man nothing. You're watching exciting high school football of live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. A first quarter that belonged all to Independence. And Atticus Goodson, what a first quarter he had, and he didn't even start the game.
Yeah, he had 12 totes, Maris, for 151 yards and 2 scores.
Yes.
With 2 scores, and as a team, they're well over 200 yards rushing as Judah Price started the game at the running back position. And he had 5 carries, 1 touchdown, and 75 yards in the first period.
So it'll be 3rd and goal for Man. They have the ball at the 2-yard line as we start the second quarter. For Independence. Independence leads 26-0. And here's a turnaround. They'll give the ball to Judah Price, and he'll walk into the end zone for a Independence touchdown. So that'll be a 9-play, 72-yard drive, and Independence on the board again. And the only thing that has stopped Independence in this game has been Independence. They've scored every time but once, and the time they didn't score, they fumbled the ball at the 5-yard line.
Maris says, here's a game. I can give you a game score that's of interest to everyone in the double-A field. Logan, number 13 Logan, is at Polka, and they're up. Logan's up 6-0 in the first period.
Here comes the 2-point conversion, kind of a weird formation, stacked all over here to the near side, kind of spread out, looks like a little bit like a flag football formation, and the pass is caught for 2. The ball thrown a little bit behind the receiver, but the receiver able to get his hands on it and haul it in, and your new score is Independence 34. Independence 34 and Man nothing. We'll take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Production.
Former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing and
34-0 is the Independence lead. Here comes the kickoff, and it may go out of bounds. It will, and that is a penalty, and that will allow Man to start across the 35. Got one other score in the college ranks. Your alma mater, Eric Marshall, struggling a little bit, playing on the road. They need a win, and they lead North Texas 7-0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the thing is, with this Marshall team, Maris, I've had a chance, to go down and watch them live a couple of times. It's not how they start; it's how they finish. They're not able to hold on to any lead, it seems. Here's another area score. Shady Spring is hosting Mingo Central, and the Tigers are losing right now, 13-0 to Mingo Central.
So Man will start on the near side hash on their own 35-yard line. This will be the 4th possession. They went 3 and out, and then they turned the ball over with an interception. They've yet to have a first down. It's 34-0 Independence. and we're just 4 seconds in to the second quarter with 11:56 left in the half. So Canterbury will work out of the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap. Here's a running play, and it's going to gain a yard, and that's about it. Trying to get the ball, and that was they did get the ball to Jaden Brumfield, a 5'9", 145-pound sophomore, and only a yard gain.
Yeah, anything up the middle against this Independence defense is going to be tough, Maris. And we've talked; they just have a lot of size up front. You know Parker Withrow for Independence. He's 6'3", 260. You have Brady Grimmett. He's 5'11", 294. You know, their smallest guys are 205 across the line. I mean, they just have a lot of size.
2nd and 9 for man. They have the ball on their own 36-yard line. Shotgun snap. Here's the handoff, and that's going to be for a loss as there's nowhere for Jaden Brumfield to run. And Independence able to get penetration and take the loss back to the 30-yard line.
And as in most games that we've seen with the Independence Patriots, you know, they just really wear on teams and start to control the line of scrimmage. And when you can control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, you know, it's just really tough to play this kind of football.
It's 3rd and 15, and Coach Lilly was worried about a distraction. I don't think he has to worry about that anymore because I'll tell you what, and I think you would agree, to start, I don't think they were distracted at any time. To start the game,
yeah.
Independence was very focused.
You're right. They look like they business-like. They came out and they're handling their business. And aside from the penalties, you know, this is a well
3rd and 15, and they're going to blow the play dead, and I think we're going to have maybe a timeout. But, you know, Eric, I think that you would agree with this, that is a delay of game on man, and that'll cost them 5 more and take the ball back to the 25. So they're going to need 20 yards on this 3rd down play. But I think, you know, you have a lot of distractions as we talked about in the pregame for homecoming, but I think it really shows the leadership of your players to be as focused as they were to start this game.
Yeah, if you're Coach Lilly, you know, if that was your worry, you said you had the chance to speak to him. They didn't have a good week of practice, but I don't know what coach thinks that they practice good in any time.
Here's the shotgun snap, and back to throw is Canterbury, and he was gearing up to throw the bomb, and he's hit and sacked back inside the 20-yard line, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Man yet to have a 1st down, and for the 3rd time, it'll be 3 and out.
Yeah, and that was his blind side, and the quarterback took a good shot, and it was all he could do to hold on to that ball. That could have been another man turnover.
So the ball goes back to the 18-yard line, and once again, Independence, if they handle the punt, and even if they don't have a penalty, they should be in good field position. But no matter where Independence start, they've been able to move the ball.
And this is watch this. This probably will be another directional punt because you have Cyrus Goodson and Judah Price back here in the. Anytime these kids can take it to the house.
Here comes the punt on your right. It will go out of bounds. Looks to be right about midfield here on the near side, right in front of the Independence bench. And
yeah, Coach Lilly had great hands there. Caught it right on the 50-yard line, and you know that's smart by man. I'm not kicking it to the middle of the field and giving those returners a chance to take one to the house.
So Independence already leading in the game, 34-0. They'll have excellent field position one more time. To start this drive, it'll be right at midfield as there is 9:28 remaining here in the first half. 1st and 10 from midfield, as I mentioned. Logan Phelan, the quarterback, twin receivers to the top of the screen. He's going to throw short. It's caught over here on the near side, and that's going to be a nice little gain inside the 45 of man. And Trey Bowers is the receiver on that, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards. They'll give him 8 on the play to the 42-yard line of man.
Yeah, and you agree with this, Maris. I mean, Independence just has a lot of weapons, you know, across the board. And Trey Bowers, you know, you just got to feed all these guys. Trey Bowers at any time, he could catch one and take it in the end
Well, you're
zone.
right. It's a little bit of Cyrus Goodson, a little bit of Atticus Goodson, a little bit of Judah Price, a little bit of Bowers there is 2nd and 2 for Independence. They have the ball at the man 42-yard line.
That's man coverage that the man Hillbillies are playing. Look for them.
Here's the snap. Here's the give to Atticus Goodson. He has a 1st down inside the 40, inside the 35. Powell keeps moving inside the 30 and gets down to the 27 of man. Another big gain, a 15-yard run for a 1st down.
And he's just a load to bring down. The first person that gets to him hardly ever brings Atticus Goodson down.
And, you know, he could easily rush for 200 yards. He's gaining up on that now. He had 151 in the first quarter. He's knocking on the door for close to 200 yards, and we're only, at 8.5 to go in the first half. 34-0, the Independence lead. The work with twin receivers, put a man in motion. That is Price. He'll take the pitch, take it to the far side. He's got some blocking. He's inside the 25, moves the pile down inside the 20, down inside the 15, down near the 10. They'll put him down at the 11-yard line. Maybe he might get to the 10, and he will be put down at the 11 with the first down.
And that was a good hard run. He does a good job of, exposing you with his speed, and he surprises you with his power. He's knocking on the door of 100 yards at halftime, so you could foreseeably have two of your running backs rush for over 100 yards in the first half.
That was a 16-yard run. Yeah, Independence may rush for closer over 300 yards here in the first half as they have a 1st and 10 at the 11. Twin receivers to the near side, already leading 34-0. They'll work out of the pistol. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Atticus Goodson up inside. He just runs over everybody and gets right in the end zone for a touchdown. There's just no stopping that. Right up between the tackles. They spread him out. They run Atticus Goodson right up the middle. So we'll see if we got this on the little general replay.
Yeah, if you look here, Maris, on this instant replay, this is just basic football, hat on a hat along the line of scrimmage, and Atticus just goes through, and nobody really wants to tackle him, it seems, as he just plows into the end zone.
That is a 4-play, 50-yard drive as Atticus Goodson will take it 11 yards, and that will up the score to 40-0 as Independence is set to tack on the PAT.
Well, let's see if they can, tack this PAT on there. It's usually one to get one and miss one.
Snap's good, holds good. The kick is also good, I believe it is, as Atticus Goodson drives it through. So your new score is Independence 41, man nothing with 7:38 remaining in the first half. And, Eric, if you're man, what do? You've had the ball 4 times. You've had 3 3-and-outs, and you've had an interception and just really no offense, and you can't not stop him. You can't even slow him down.
You can't even slow him down. And, I don't know, Maris. Just you say regroup, but you still have 8 minutes left in this quarter, 7 minutes, 7:38 left in this second period. And, that's a long time for this Independence offense. They could foreseeably tack 2 more scores on before halftime.
Yeah, man has not been able to do anything, and they've really struggled because they actually have 3 turnovers, 1 interception, and 2 fumbled kickoffs, and they've had a hard time on the kickoffs. The last time they had a good return, but if you're man, just what you hoped wouldn't happen is what's happened, and just early mistakes, and it's just like been an avalanche. They've just got like a quicksand.
I was going to use your word, and when the avalanche, it started out as a little snowball, and now it's just really just buried them here.
Here comes the kickoff to the near side to the 35-yard line, and the young man here on the near side, Jaden Brumfield, gets on it for man. So the Hillbillies will start from their own 35-yard line. That's where they started the last drive. Like I said, this will be the 5th drive. They have 3 3-and-outs and an interception.
Yeah, I think they started the last drive at the 35 and ended it at the 20, inside the 20.
At the 18, right.
At the 18, yes. So they're going the wrong way offensively.
So we've got a 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies of man. And it's been all Independence, 41-0. Independence trying to get to 6-0. And I'll get into a point right after this play, as it will be Canterbury. Israel Canterbury in the shotgun, takes the shotgun snap, throws down the seam. He threw the ball a little too hard.
Yeah, he had his receiver wide open. It was intended for Jacob Walls there, Maris, and he found a little soft spot in that zone defense. That Independence, the safety was kind of out of position. If he catches that, he might still be running.
Well, one I was going to tell you, when I spoke with Coach Lilly this afternoon, he told me that the Polka game that was postponed is now canceled. It's not going to be made up.
Yeah.
So Independence only had 9 games to begin with. Now that makes it 8. So that makes the margin of error even much tighter for Independence, only with 8 games, where a lot of other teams are going to play 9 or 10.
Yeah, and a few area teams, Bluefield had to deal with that a couple years back, Maris, if you can remember.
Here's the 2nd and 10 play. Here's a pass down the middle. It's caught. That's going to be the first down. Crosses midfield and gets down to the 45-yard line, maybe the 44 of Independence, and they're going to mark him to the 43.
And there you go. Getting something positive going, and that was Jeremiah Harless, the big target over the middle. And that's 2 times they've maybe found something, a little soft spot in this Independence secondary.
They're going to put him down at the Independence 44. Did man need that? That's their first down of the game. 41-0 is the lead for Independence. As you can see on your screen, we're approaching 7 minutes remaining here in the first half. Here's Canterbury, hands the ball off on the far side. Nice run inside the 40, inside the 35. That was a nice run that time.
That was Justin Grimmett right there, the 6 foot, 177-pound senior. I told you they use him a little bit at wide out and in the backfield. And 2 positive gains. Is that another first down?
Yeah, there's a penalty flag on the far side as well. So let's see, as the officials, it is enough for a first down, but let's see if it will stand.
Well, it looks like it might by the cheer of the man crowd over there. It looks like it may go against Independence.
Well, it's going to be a first down. They got the ball down inside the 35 to the Independence, looks like 34-yard line, maybe even the 33, waiting for the referee. There's going to be a personal foul on Independence, so they'll tack that on to the end of the run, and that's going to be even more yardage, taking the ball down inside the 20. Let's see where they put it down at. And this will be man's deepest penetration. Looks to be maybe the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Waiting for the official to mark the ball, and he's going to mark the ball at the 19-yard line of Independence.
And there's one of those mistakes. You know, you're being aggressive, but you have to be smart. Play to the sound of the whistle. I'm not saying, you know, it was a cheap shot or anything, but you just need to be more sound with your penalties if you're Independence.
So man has a first down at the Independence 19. Here's the snap. Here's a running play. And Independence, they slammed the door on this one. They were ready for that run as that goes nowhere. Grimmett not able to get to the edge, and it'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, up the middle is tough sled against this Independence. Right into the teeth, running right into the teeth of this defense is tough.
And actually, he's going to lose yardage. They're going to take him back.
I think he lost 3.
Yeah, they're going to put him back on the 22-yard line.
Yes.
It's going to be a 3-yard loss. I thought they would give him forward progress to the line, but they said no. Independence was able to shoot the gap, and so now puts man behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Clock turning, approaching 6 minutes left in the half. 41-0 the lead for Independence. They'll work out of a shotgun. Canterbury takes the snap. It's going to be an option play. Comes to the near side. Going to have some running room for a minute, and then just gets to the 20-yard line. A very short gain. And running the ball that time was Jaden Brumfield.
And he was brought down hard by Tyler Linksweiler right there, you know, coming up from his corner position to make a solid tackle for Independence Patriots.
So they'll put him at the 20, make it 3rd down and 11. And obviously 2-down territory when you're down 41-0.
Yeah.
And, man, so they got 2 tries to try to pick up the first down. As the clock continues to move, we're at 5.5 remaining here in the opening half. And it's been all Independence. Man, with their deepest penetration on this possession. They'll work out of the shotgun. Canterbury takes the snap, hands it off. Getting to the outside, got nice gain, gets close to a first down, and he's going to have a touchdown. Gets inside the pylon. That was a nice run that time by Jaden Brumfield. And they'll do the power sweep, Eric, and get in the end zone from 20 yards out. And that was a nice drive.
He did a great job of, Brumfield did, of getting behind his blockers. He's kind of tiny, so they couldn't pick him up, the defenders, and he gets into the end zone. Yeah, that was a great drive. It's just what man needed. You know, they actually needed something like this in the first quarter, but maybe they found something offensively now.
So that is a 6-play, 65-yard drive as Brumfield on 3rd and long was able to clean it up and get to the edge on the far side and get in the end zone from 20 yards out. Makes the score 41-6. Here's the extra point from placement. The kick is up, and then it is good. So your new score with 5:13 left in the half is now Independence 41 and man 7. So if you're man, you got to like that. You know, you're down by a lot. You forget the score. You put together a nice little drive, and you're in the end zone.
And it was just what the doctor ordered right there because, you know, you didn't want to go into halftime with a goose egg. And maybe they can get a little momentum here defensively and maybe get a 3-and-out and try to get back into the end zone here, Maris.
Well, you know, it always seems to think that if you make a good play on offense, it maybe can relate over on defense, or if you make a nice defensive play, it can kind of ignite your offense. And maybe, as you mentioned, that's what man needed. Nobody wants to get shut out at any time, but able to get a score here before halftime with about we're a little under 5 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, if you can get something going defensively, if you can just keep them out of the end zone, you may have a little – man, Hillbillies could have a little momentum going into halftime.
Much easier said than done, my partner, because,
it is.
You know, this is our 4th game of watching Independence, and we've yet to have a competitive, close game. They're just so explosive on offense.
Yeah, and each game is, it's sad to say this, but each game is usually over by the end of the first period.
Well, yeah, because the other teams that they've played, and no disrespect to the other teams because they've got good players too, but they just have not been able to keep up, and it's hard to match them score for score. As you mentioned, Independence has so many weapons. You just can't concentrate on one or two guys. They've got 5 or 6 really good playmakers offensively.
And you know what? They're deep too. I like the young cats that come in. You'll see like the Tyler Linksweilers and a few of those kids. They have some interchangeable guys, man. They're just so deep, at the skill position.
So waiting on the man kickoff, 41-7 your new score, 5:13 for the opening half. Here in Coal City, a beautiful Friday night here. Here comes the kick. It's going to be deep, and it's going to be returnable. I thought for a minute now the ball is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. It looked like there was a miscommunication between the receivers there for the kickoff, and it goes back into the end zone.
And Judah did the right thing there. He had his back to the kick team and just let it go into the end zone and bring it out with a fresh set of downs here.
Well, yeah, when you got a big lead, you don't want to take any chances. You don't want to risk a turnover, give them a chance to get another quick, cheap score.
Yeah, even more momentum. So that was a good headsy play by Judah Price there.
So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line with 5:13 left in the half, and Independence leading 41-7. It'll be Logan Phelan, the quarterback, and he'll work out of the shotgun as he always does. He'll have Atticus Goodson behind him in the pistol. Phelan takes the shotgun snap, sets to throw, going deep. Got a man wide open, and it's not brought in, and they should have made the connection.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball right there. And looks like, I think they were targeting Cyrus Goodson that time. No, that was Trey Bowers, excuse me.
Yeah.
And Trey Bowers is usually a sure-handed guy, and I think he may – I don't know. It looks like the reflection of the lights may be getting –
I will say this. The ball wasn't on the money, but it was catchable.
Hey, it was very catchable. And as a wideout, every ball is not going to be perfect.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. 5:06 left in the half. Logan Phelan will have a quick pitch to Atticus Goodson on the far side, across the 20, 25, 30, down the sideline, breaks a tackle at the 40, 45, runs over, got midfield, and still on the move, gets down inside the man 45 and down to the man 41. And there is what we talk about, smash and dash.
Yeah, and he had it all together there. And that was, you have to give the man safety. I couldn't quite see who tackled him at the end, but he punished the tackler, but the guy was up to the task and got Atticus down.
Well, that's 30, 35. That's a 30. That's clearly will put him over 200 yards rushing in the first half.
I'm thinking that's putting him around 250 yards rushing.
That was a 39-yard gain, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Independence at the 41 of man. And just so many weapons and so much to contend with when you play this Independence Patriot team, as Logan Phelan will look over the defense. 18 on the play clock. He's not in really any big hurry. It looks like Independence may be trying to, squeeze the clock a little bit. We're down under 10 seconds on the play clock. Down to 8 on the play clock. Here's going to be a running play. Up inside. Nice gain to 35.
This could go to the house.
This is Price, I believe, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Into the end zone for a touchdown with Judah Price from 41 yards out.
And there's the dash. There's the dash. Judah Price, I'm telling you, this guy's electric.
So Judah Price takes it in from 41 yards. That's a 3-play, 80-yard drive. 3 plays and 80 yards and a 41-yard run by Judah Price. And that takes the score out to 47-7 with 4:08 left in the half and the extra point to come. But
just like that, man, had a little momentum and
this Independence team is so impressive on both sides of the ball. Waiting on the snap, it's good. The hold is good. The kick is going to be low, so the extra point is not good. But Independence tacks 6 more, and your new score is Independence 47, man 7, as we have 4:08 remaining here in the first half. So, Eric, while we got a minute waiting for the kickoff, let's see if you can dial up a few scores from around the area. I do know that, as you mentioned, Shady is playing Mingo Central tonight. That's across the county. I also know that Beckley is playing. Liberty's playing. Beckley is off tonight.
Okay. As of now, in the second period, Shady is still down 13-0 to Mingo Central. It's 19-6 now in the second quarter.
In favor of Mingo Central.
Mingo Central.
Liberty was playing Scott. Let's see if you got that. By the way, while you're looking that score up, I'll sneak in a Marshall score. Marshall scored again, leading 14-0.
Yeah, Liberty is and Scott are 0-0 in the first quarter. They may have a little trouble reporting that score.
Yeah,
down in that area.
So it'll be kickoff time again for Independence as they'll tee it up between the hashes. And here comes a kick. It'll be a squib kick right down the middle of the field, and it'll be picked up. No, it won't. They've had such a hard time on this turf. And man plays on turf themselves as they try to return it and get the ball back over the 25-yard line. But, that kind of surprised me how much trouble that Man has had, as that was Justin Grimmett that picked it up, because Man's had turf for as long or maybe a little longer than Independence has had turf, and still just seems like the bounces on this turf is giving Man a lot of trouble tonight.
Yeah, and they're just not being able to really get a sure-handed person to scoop the ball up. And this is unofficial right here, Eris. I have Judah Price with that 41-yard run has 145 yards in the first half, and Goodson is up to 198 yards rushing.
So it'll be Man's ball, 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line, 47-7, as you can see the score there, the lead Independence with even 4 minutes left in the first half. Here's Canterbury throwing a seam route. It's caught across the 40. That's the play they've had the most success with, and out to the 49-yard line. And once again, there's Jeremiah Harless, the big 6'4", 185-pound lanky senior, able to run a seam route and haul it in.
Yeah, and he's a matchup problem. I said it looks like he has a few inches on any Independence defender. So look for them to keep trying to go to that well. That's been their most productive offensive play thus far.
Yeah, that's a gain of 23 out to midfield, a first down for Man. In Canterbury, he threw a nice pass, able to hit, as we mentioned, Harless right up the seam. So 1st and 10 Man at midfield. They'll put a man in motion. They'll give him the ball, and that play's going to go nowhere. It's going to go 5 yards in the other direction. Or actually, going to say it's a 4-yard loss back to the 46-yard line.
And tackled by a host of Independence Patriots there. They really just controlled the line of scrimmage there. Looks like they're mixing in a few different players, Independence here defensively.
Approaching 3 minutes for the half. At halftime, we'll recap the first half of this game. We'll hope to update you on some scores. We'll talk, if we have time, maybe a little college football, maybe a little high school football, as we're coming down the home stretch. It's hard to believe, Eric, coming down the home stretch of the high school season, and we're only a month away from the high school football playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it goes really fast once you get into the teeth of the schedule.
Here's a second down pass out to Harless, and they thought that play might go for a lot of yards, but it doesn't. It's just a very minimal gain, and that only going to gain a yard.
And that actually was a great tackle there by Colton. I think that's Colton Karen right there.
Yep.
He just came back, Maris. He'd been out the first 3 or 4 weeks with an injury.
So they'll get the gain only of 1 yard to the 47. We have a timeout on the field. So with 2:26 remaining here in the first half, it's 47-7 Independence. And Eric, we'll talk about looking ahead. Of course, next week we're going to be in Summersville, which could be a playoff-type game, because I think obviously it'll be Independence, and I think they're going to hang on and win. I think that anybody watching or listening, that'd be fair to say Independence will win this game and remain undefeated, and going to play Nicholas County going in tonight with 1 loss, and Nicholas County's going to make the playoffs. So it's going to be the closest thing we've seen to a playoff game.
And I think Nicholas County's game tonight got postponed.
Is that right? Who are they playing? I don't recall. I don't have it in front of me.
I can't recall. But, we had a chance to do Nicholas County, and I think up to this point that would be the most formidable opponent for Independence. And, they have a real good rushing attack too, so pretty decent line. So that will be an excellent game next week.
I think it's a great test for Independence and on the road.
I think they need that.
I think they need a game like that before they go into the playoffs.
Yes, you definitely do. And you want to, to be the best, you got to play the best, and that's going to be a good trip up to Summersville for this Independence Patriots.
So Canterbury out of the gun. They're going to do a wide receiver pass as they try a little trick play, trying to throw into coverage. It's underthrown and broken up. Is what they did is they faked one handoff and they gave the ball coming back on a reverse to Harless, and Harless threw a really good ball, but it was good coverage and the ball was underthrown. So that's going to bring up a 4th down play for the Hillbillies, and I would think they would punt it. They have the ball on their own 47. They've got to get to the Independence 40 for a first down, and I don't think they would maybe take a chance to go for it here because there's still 2:19 left in the half, and Independence is such a quick strike offense, but it looks like they are going to keep their offense out there and go for it.
Yeah, and I looked it up for us, Maris. Nicholas County was to be at West Side, and that game got canceled today.
All right, on 4th and long, they're going to run a end around to Harless. He looks to throw. He's definitely not going to get what he needs for a first down, and Independence will take over on downs.
Right at midfield, looks like.
Yeah, or maybe on man's side of the field. But I was really surprised there that man did not punt the ball and try. I know they haven't stopped them from anywhere, but they had such a long situation to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and I think with it was 2:19 at that moment left in the first half. I think I would have directional kicked it and gave them at least some lengthy, a little longer field to try to score. And as explosive as they are, they could be in the end zone here in 2 plays.
Maybe even in 1 as they have the ball at the man 49. So Phelan will work out of the gun. He takes the snap. He'll give the ball here to the near side. That's Judah Price. He's got room. 40, 35-30, 25-20. Breaks a tackle to the 10, and he's horse-collared down right there about the 6-yard line.
No, that was not Judah Price.
No?
That is that was Linksweiler. That's Tyler Linksweiler.
I beg your pardon.
Sophomore. Yes, that. And remember, I talked about depth. I mean, these kids are chomping at the bit, and that kid right there showed some speed, some power, and to get outside and just outran the defense.
Yeah, 43-yard run. And we talked about could they score, like I said, on 2 plays. I thought they was going to score on that 1 play.
Yeah, and you were almost right. So these kids, I mean, this not piling on by any means. He's subbing freely here. They're just stacked at the skill position by the Independence Patriots.
1st and goal for Independence. Kind of get the play clock to wind down. We're under 10. Logan Phelan now will work with 7 seconds on the play clock. Take the snap. Here's a handoff off the right side, and that's Linksweiler into the end zone for a touchdown. So Linksweiler able to get in for a touchdown. And, Eric, it's good to see him get the carry because he toted it from the 49 to the 6. You're glad to see him get the final 6 yards.
And that's great recognition by the coaching staff. So many times, I know it's a team sport, but he did a great job of getting it down there and reaped the benefits of punching in the end zone. So Tyler Linksweiler led that drive, 2 plays. And how many yards? 40?
Well, 49 yards, and he got all 49 on the drive.
On 2 totes.
Yep. And that will take the lead to 53-7. Independence is averaging 55 points a game, and here they got 53. And if they make the extra point, it's on its way, and it is good. So here we are with just 1:20 left in the first half. Independence entered the game averaging 55 a game. They have 54 points here with 1:20 left in the half.
Right on their average in the first half, and it's just been, just a well played half. Other than a few penalties here or there, well played half. And if he says this team wasn't focused, I hate to see him focused, Maris.
Well, Coach.
That's Coach speak.
You know how Coach is, and I was trying to give him the old pep talk.
Hey.
I said, to a man, I know it's been a long time ago. When I played, it was like leather helmets, but I know it was a long time ago. But still, the players, they stay focused. They know what they need to do. You hear that from the coach all the time, and that's just coaches talk, homecoming, and there is a lot of distractions.
It is. But you said, how do you deal with it? I said, you and I talk. We talk a lot before in the pregame before we come on air, and I said, look, it's all forgotten. Once they tee it up and get hit a couple of times, they're not thinking about who they're dancing with or not dancing with at the dance.
Yeah, I don't think they were worried about dancing. They might think about it now because they got this big cushion. But when the game started, I don't think that entered their mind. And you're going to dance a better jig when you win, that's for sure. As here comes the squib kickoff, and that is picked up by Mann, and that is picked up by Harless, and he's going to get creamed across the 25. He's going to get the ball maybe to the 27-yard line, I think is where they'll put him down at. So 54-7, the Man lead with 1:13 left.
Independence lead.
Oh, excuse me. Did I say Man in lead?
Yeah.
I beg your pardon if I said that. I meant to say it's Man's ball. That's what I meant to say. On their own 27. 54-7 on their own 27-yard line. And if you're Man, I think you would maybe try to get in the locker room maybe as quick as you can.
Yes, minute and 13. I'm just running maybe 2 plays and let the clock run out and try to regroup here at halftime.
So it'll be Canterbury who he's quarterbacked all night. And he's not a battling quarterback. He just really hadn't had time to do anything. And he'll keep it in a nice gainer and get the ball up over the 30, out to the 31-yard line. And He'll gain 4 on first down. With Independence with this 54-7 lead, we're now under a minute, and, you know, this could be the final play of the half if man wants it to be.
Yeah, I think they'll probably maybe come out and snap it, maybe.
Well, they've got to run one more play because you've got
to
18 on the play clock, and you have 42 on the game clock. So they can run one more play here as they have the ball on their own 31-yard line. Canterbury works out of the gun, takes the shotgun snap, goes back to throw, will throw it short. It's caught. Adams makes the connection, across the 45, across the 40. He's knocked out of bounds. He'll have a first down.
I think they're going to get a
flag,
little horse collar here.
Either a horse collar or face mask, and they'll tack 15 on to the end of the run.
Yeah, and look, when you tackle high like that usually what happens. Got a little bit of I think they're signaling horse collar.
You were all over it, so they will tack 15, and this will take the ball across midfield and into Independence. Now they're going to say face mask, but nevertheless, it's going to be 15 yards, and it may give man an opportunity to maybe throw a Hail Mary into the end zone.
Yeah.
Because you have 25 seconds left, so you could
throw.
Yeah, you could throw and they got timeouts. You could throw like a meteor route, a very medium route.
Look for him. Why not? If you have 2 timeouts, Maris, what worked on that one scoring drive was a couple of plays across the middle to Jeremiah Harless.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's a big target.
And they're going to take one of those timeouts now. And, right, you could may run that seam route to try to have the ball to 41, try to maybe get the ball down near the 20 to have a better chance to throw the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and look for them probably to dial that up here out of this timeout.
But coming up at halftime, we will recap this one, which has been all Independence, as they lead in the ball game, 54-7. We'll have some individual numbers. Eric will have those for you. And we want to thank Giovanni's Pizza. That's where we had our pregame meal. And you missed it, Eric, but me and Chris had that delicious Mamma Mia Giovanni's Pizza. 2 locations in Glen Daniel. If you're a Liberty fan, when you go down to the Liberty game down there at Glen Daniel, and here at Sophia at Leicester Square. Delicious tasting food. And, Eric, I know you will be happy to know that the young lady that waited on us is a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yes, she is. I hated I missed her this
Here's
time.
the shotgun snap. Going to throw a middle screen. It's caught. And it's going to be inside the 35 before the young man is upended, and that was Justin Grimmett, upended inside the 35 at the 34-yard line, and then man will burn a timeout. So they'll get the ball down. That was a gain of 7. And there's 11 seconds left. So unless you're going to throw it out, of course, the clock stops on a first down, so you still could use the middle of the field if you had to.
Yes.
And even if you had to try a field goal. But you want to, if you're man here, you want to see if you can come away with some kind of points. Yeah.
Something positive going into halftime here.
But, by the way, that Giovanni's Pizza was delicious. And
yeah, you still have a little sauce.
Yeah, but you know what I said? You know what I told the young lady? Because she wanted to know where you was at. And I said, I can only deal with one Cowboy fan at a time, so he didn't get to come this time.
Yeah, so – You know, she remembers me because I had my Dallas Cowboy shirt on that day.
Well, she remembered me as well, but maybe for a different reason. They're going to try a 50-yard field goal. So they must think the kid's got a big leg, as he's going to try a 50-yard kick. As they put the ball down at the 40. There's the snap. There's the kick. And it's going to be short. It can be run out. And it's caught back there by one of the Independence players, and he will be tackled, and that's how the half will be. Well, there's 2 seconds left. Independence just needs to come in and take a knee. But, you know, I thought trying to kick a 50-yard field goal, because you see he had a pretty good leg. If they got a little closer, he'd have a chance.
He would have had a great chance. Throw it across the middle.
I think if they were 10 yards closer, I think he would have had a chance maybe to make it.
That just proved, you know, because I think he caught it probably on the R in Patriots.
About 8 yards deep. If he was 10 yards, if he was definitely 12 to 15 yards closer, he would have made it.
And it was on line, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was right down the middle.
If he was 12 to 15 yards closer, I think he would have made it. Yeah. So Independence, all they really do is need to take a knee with 2 seconds left in the half and leading 54-7. And I would imagine that's what they would do, just take a knee. As they have the ball. Let's see where they put it down at. I know they're bringing the ball out to the 20. I don't understand that.
I guess if he doesn't take it back.
I guess if he doesn't run it all the way
back, it goes spot. It goes.
They may have blown the play dead too. I don't know. So, but Independence, all they got to do is just take a knee. And I think that's what they'll do is they bring the ball to the 20-yard line, and there's the snap, and there's the knee, and that will get us to halftime. At the break, your score is Independence 54 and Man 7. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Dante Stills? Doug Nestor? You guys show up here?
Yeah, man, all the time. Wait, Doug, I got you on this one.
All right, I'll get you next time.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, and we also have Andrew Bolin is producing and directing tonight's game, Chris Farish on stats, and at the half is the number 3 in Class AA, the Independence Patriots. They lead the Class Single A Man Hillbillies 3-3 at the break, 54-7. And Eric, right off the bat, Independence really set the tone. They got the opening kickoff, and when they drove 70 yards in 6 plays, and Atticus Goodson, their main running back, did not play on that first series, but they have so many weapons. Is Judah Price able to get a 30-yard run, and they took a 7-0 lead, and they've never looked back.
Never looked back, and, you know, Judah does a good job, Judah Price, of getting what the offense, you know, gives him. He's very explosive. He doesn't get a lot of touches, but I guarantee you on the year, based on his touches, he's as explosive as Atticus based on his touches.
When you look at Independence, they had 9 drives in the first half, and, of course, the half not really a drive. So if you want to say 10 possessions, but really it was 9 because they took a knee on the final play of the half. All right, so they had 6 plays. 2 plays is 8. 3 is 11. 3 is 14. 2 is 16. 9 is 25, 4 is 29, 3 is 32, and 2 is 34. So they had 54 points on 34 plays.
And that's as efficient as you can be. I mean, and we've discussed this. If they can just clean up the minor things, think about a couple of drives who were a little longer because they had a penalty of blocking the back. You know, if they can clean that up, they're real efficient. They're deadly. I mean, you give them 50 yards in, they're going to score in 3 plays.
And, you know, with the penalties they had, they still overcame that and scored on the drive. The only time they didn't score was on their second possession when they fumbled the ball on the 5-yard line.
5-yard line as they were going in to score.
Right.
I mean, and this offense, it just keeps getting better. I mean, they've ran a few different plays, a few different more wrinkles than we've seen in the 3 previous games, and they're just they're clicking on all cylinders right now.
And as good as we talk about their offense, their defense has been every bit as good because, man, they went 3 and out, an interception, another 3 and out. They did have a really good-looking drive. Man's only touchdown drive was a 6-play, 65-yard drive, and they got a 20-yard touchdown run on that. And that was really the only offense they had because then they turned it over on downs and then they missed a 50-yard field goal. So we're going to take a break. When we come back on the other side of the break, Eric will give you the individual totals, but it's been all Independence in the first half as the Patriots lead man by the score of 54-7 as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Jack, did you see those new windows and doors the homeowner put on their home?
Yeah, and this new door they set us next to is sweet as pumpkin pie.
It's made in America, quality made and efficient too.
There's no time like now to buy new windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley.
Choose from many door styles, siding colors, and window glass and grid options. We'll help you design your perfect home.
Call Window World of Beckley for your new window, siding, and door estimates.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part, I talk the talk, I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. It's homecoming here in Coal City, West Virginia, and it's been all Patriots as Independence are comfortably in control at the break, leading here at halftime. Leading man, as you can see on your screen, 54-7. And I'm sure the numbers that Eric is about to give you is going to demonstrate the dominance that Independence had, Eric, in that first half.
Yeah, right now the total offensive yards for Independence stands at 512, 426 of which come on the ground. They're led by Atticus Goodson. He has 15 totes for 216 yards and 3 scores. Judah Price carried the ball 9 times Mares, 134 yards and 3 scores. Tyler Linksweiler came in, carried the ball two times for 49 yards and a score. Even Logan Phelan got in on it. He carried it 4 times for 27 yards. So they have 426 yards total rushing yards in the first half. They have 86 through the air. Logan Phelan is 4-6 for 52 yards, and he hit Trey Bowers 2 times for 43 yards and a score, and Cyrus Goodson 3 times for 43 yards and no score, but he did tack on a 2-point conversion, in the first half. And the Man Hillbillies, they have 89 total yards, Mares, 23 on the ground. I mean, you hold a team to 23 yards rushing, you're going to win big every game. 66 yards through the air. Their quarterback is 5 of 9. Canterbury is 5 of 9 for 66 yards and no score. And their leading rusher is Jaden Brumfield, 5 carries for 17 yards.
Well, Eric, by those stats, and, of course, the way Independence has been all year, averaging 55 a game. They have 54 at halftime. Here's the thing, as you know, offense will sell season tickets, but defense will get you to wheeling, and that's the ultimate goal for John Lilly and his Independence Patriots.
Yeah, and we use this term all the time when you and I are watching football. Defense travels.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, you can take your defense anywhere. Sometimes you go on the road, your offense might have a bad night, but your defense can carry you to a victory. And right now, it's just tough to run on them, and their corners are good enough to play man, so they're able to put more people in the box to stop the run, and that's big in high school football.
And we talked about it. We're only about a month away from starting the high school football playoffs. Actually, about a month from tonight, because the last regular season game is November 5th, I believe. November 5th, that Friday, and the playoffs will start the following week, November 12th. So here we are, October 15th. So literally we are about 4 weeks away, from actually starting it. And as we know that when you get into November, you turn the page to November into playoffs. The weather gets colder. The competition gets better with each round that you win. It makes it more difficult, tougher and tougher as you go on.
And that's what. And if you're Coach Lilly, you're looking forward. We're still going to talk about this game, but next week that Nicholas County setting that game up, that's going to be a heavyweight battle. You know, they run the ball really well. They're well coached, and that will be a stern test for this Independence defense.
Well, put your coaching hat on for a minute here, Eric. So what do you think, Coach Lilly? Obviously, I think he'll bring his regulars and start them in the third quarter. How much will they play, you think, in that third quarter?
I'll say they'll probably take that first possession, and try to score, and then probably mix in some guys. But you know what I would want to do if I'm the coach, if I'm Coach Lilly, I'm looking at my 11 offensive starters and say, look, let's play mistake-free this first drive. No block, no holds, no blocks in the back. Just run real efficient offense and go down and get a score and let these younger kids come in.
Because right now we're on pace to have a running fourth quarter clock.
Yeah,
so you want to be able to get some younger guys, get some experience, get them in the game.
And that's only going to build depth. And once you get those younger guys in and, playing a little on that under the Friday night lights at varsity level, it's really good for your program and it's good for you moving forward in case, you would happen to get an injury or something, get these kids some game time experience.
Halftime's rolling on here as homecoming 2021 here at Independence High School with the Patriots way out in front, leading man at the break by the score of 54-7. We'll take another halftime break, and we'll come back as the halftime does continue as you're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, Chris Farish on stats, and Andrew Boland producing and directing tonight's game. And at the break, it's been all Independence as the Patriots comfortably in front, leading 54-7. And Eric, let's see if you're able to dial up some scores.
Yeah, I'm looking at this double-A game of interest. Is Logan, number 13 Logan, on the road at number 2 Polka. And at halftime, the Dots have retaken the lead. It's 7-6 Polka at the half. And Liberty Raleigh is visiting Scott, and they're down 14-0 in the second period. Fairmont Senior is playing Robert C. Byrd. It's the Metro Class AA game of the week, Marison. It is Fairmont Senior 14, Robert C. Byrd 7 at halftime.
And one other game to update you on, Marshall doing work, leading 28-0. So Marshall, a much-needed win, and still far from it, but at least they're in a much better position than they had been. And as you mentioned, hadn't been them starting the games, how they've been finishing games.
Yeah, exactly. And Marshall, we had a chance. You and I, we watched most the first half of the Appalachian State game together. You know, played really well and just fell apart. The wheels kind of came off the bus, you know, on the road a little bit. And they're kind of young in certain positions, so if they can learn to finish games, I think they'll be okay.
And that was a game I think you would agree they should have won. And then I saw Appalachian State got creamed the other night by Louisiana. And, I mean, Appalachian State got punched in the mouth that game the other night.
Was that La Tech, Louisiana Tech?
No, it was the Raging Cajuns, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that – I think Rich Rodriguez isn't that one? Offensive coordinator.
He's at Louisiana Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah. This was Louisiana. This is the Raging Cajuns.
Raging Cajuns.
And if you remember, they beat Iowa State last year.
Yes.
I mean, so
they did.
So they have a good team.
A good program.
But anyway, as we talk in college football, I want to get your take, and this is my take moving forward, and I'll see if you agree with me. I think that only 3 teams have a legit, I'm talking about legit chance. I'm not talking about making the playoffs or giving somebody all they want. I'm talking about to actually win the national championship in football. I think there are only 3 teams. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I would agree with that.
All right.
Let's
see. Well, we know everybody's going to say Georgia.
Yep.
And I still think that if Alabama, if they win out and beat Georgia,
definitely
they're in.
Alabama's
and
in
I think Ohio State is the only other team not named Alabama or Georgia, in my opinion, that would have a chance to win the national championship. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I'm all on that. You know what? In the demise of Alabama, you need to slow up a little bit. We had a chance to talk about this last night. They lost a tough game on the road, had a chance. They fought back, down big early, fought back. Nick Saban will have that team ready come the SEC championship game.
And I had people complaining to me that they were ranked 5th and they should have fell further because they lost to an unranked team. But here's the way I look at that. Whether you rank them 5th, 15, or 115, it doesn't matter, because if they win out and they beat Georgia in the Southeastern Conference Championship game, they're going to the playoffs with 1 loss.
And they deserve to go to the playoffs.
Right, because they would be the conference champion. Them and
exactly
Georgia both
right.
would go.
Yes.
So,
people whine and cry about the SEC, but those are 2 top-tier teams every year. I mean, and if you're going to have the college, if it's only 4 teams, they're 2 of the 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, if they're 2 of the top 4, which if that's the case, if Alabama is to win out and beat them, that would be the case. But at the break here, Independence playing like Alabama a little bit, and Georgia, they lead 54-7 over Man. We'll take our final halftime break, come back, get you ready for the second half. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Jack, did you see those new windows and doors the homeowner put on their home?
Yeah, and this new door they set us next to is sweet as pumpkin pie.
It's made in America, quality made and efficient too.
There's no time like now to buy new windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley.
Choose from many door styles, siding colors, and window glass and grid options. We'll help you design your perfect home.
Call Window World of Beckley for your new window, siding, and door estimates.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia. And we're moments away of starting the second half as Independence is leading Man 54-7. Independence entered the game 5-0 and ranked number 3 in Class AA. Man is a single-A school, and they entered 3-3. And you know, Eric, Man over the years and back in the late 70s, early 80s, known as the Blue Funk defense. And Man has played in AAA, AA, single A. Most of their time they've been AA. They did play, like I said, in AAA back and forth, but Man, as I know it, and I think you would agree as you knew it from back in the day, was always a solid AA team. Tootie Carter, the head coach for a long time down there, but you know, with the loss of population in that area of Logan County, and Man, a single A team, but right now just not able to get anything done on either side of the ball really against Independence tonight.
Yeah, when you said the name Man, you know, back in the 80s, I remember going to watch them. My brother played the Man Hillbillies. And you had to bring your lunch pail when you played the Man Hillbillies. And then I had a chance in the late 80s to play them. We actually split with them. We beat them in a playoff game. We won 2 out of 3. And it was a funny thing down at Man. We played them. They had us as their homecoming mares. We went down. We take the opening kickoff back. And we end up getting doubled up like after that. So, I mean, it was just – and we were a playoff caliber team. We ended up 8-2 that year.
And for people who don't know, Eric, he played at Independence.
Yeah, here at Independence,
you played at 88, 89, 90.
Yeah, 88 through 90. So.
Right, 88, 89, 90. You were class of 91.
No, class of 90.
Class of 90,
so
I apologize. So you've been
yes.
87, 88, 80, and 89
yes.
in the class of 90, right?
Yeah, so, you know, and like I actually said, Tootie Carter, like they were double A. When they were double A, they still played up. They played
right.
triple A teams.
Right.
I mean, they were that good.
Well, they used to play Beckley a lot. You know,
yes.
from my time of broadcasting Beckley football, they were triple A, and then, like I said, when they went to double A, they still continued to play Beckley when they were double A.
Matter of fact, in 87 season, we played them in the playoffs, and they beat Beckley.
Yeah, now that was before. That was before I started.
We played them.
Right, when I started broadcasting Beckley games, it was in 1990. So that was a little bit before me.
Yeah.
But we're moments away from getting the second half started. Man will get the kickoff, and really they had that one good-looking drive, but outside of that, really nothing to show for Eric. They went 3 and out the first 2 possessions, threw an interception on their third possession, another 3 and out. Then they had their really only success, and it was a nice drive. It was a 6-play, 65-yard drive for their only touchdown, then downs, and then right before the end of the half, they missed a 50-yard field goal. They do have 3 turnovers. They fumbled 2 kickoffs, and they've thrown an interception. So 54-7 is the lead for Independence as a man will get the kickoff. They'll work left to right there on your screen. As you can see, the officials telling you man's going to receive the second half kickoff. And so, Eric, it's time for the Beckley Auto Mall Keys to the Second Half. Keys to the Second Half brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go see Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, or John Fornash. They'll take excellent care of you. So, Eric, what are your Beckley Auto Mall keys for the second half?
The man Hillbillies, they just have to find some semblance of offense. They on the scoring drive, they threw it across the middle a few times. Maybe try to get it to Harless, a couple kids, a couple of wideouts, and just try to get something going offensively. And if you're Independence, you just need to clean up all the penalties. And I'm sure they'll probably run their first offense out when they do play offense, just to try to clean up some of the mistakes.
Well, right now, Marshall is doing their best impersonation of Independence. They're up 35-0 in the first half.
Yeah, and they desperately need this win after they've given 2 games away.
So we're ready to start the second half. Going back for man, going to be Grimmett here on the near side. And over on the far side there is going to be Jordan Adams as the ball is teed up between the hashes there at the 40-yard line. 54-7, and we're ready for the second half to begin. It's going to be a deep kick. It's going to drive the man receiver back into the end zone. Actually, he was not able to handle it cleanly, and man has had a lot of trouble on the kickoff tonight as he doesn't handle it cleanly, goes back into the end zone, and Grimmett not able to handle that.
And Maris, I'm just happy to see Independence finally drive one deep. Most of the games we've seen they pretty much squibbed it to the middle of the field and just covered the kick that way. That's a weapon right there. If you can put it in the end zone and have the opposing team scrimmage from the 20, that's an asset right there moving forward.
Well, that's where man will work from their own 20-yard line. They're on the far side hash working left to right. And actually going to bring the ball now into the middle of the field. So between the hashes on the 20, first and 10 man, Israel Canterbury, the 6-foot, 205-pound senior, will be the quarterback out of the shotgun. There's going to be a false start, I think, on the very first play. And if you're man, you hate that after the halftime and you come out and you're already down 54-7, and then you come out and you have a false start on the very first play.
They obviously didn't listen to the keys to the second half, Maris. You don't want to start out behind the chains.
And, you're right. It's tough enough going against Independence when you only have 10 yards to gain for first down. Now, as you mentioned, 15 yards behind the chains with the penalty.
And you know what they're going to do. They're going to pin their ears back and probably come at man.
Here's the running play, and it's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, or maybe not quite to the 20. They're going to put him down at the 19. That ball, they ran it right up the middle that time. And that was Brumfield. They're actually going to be shy of the 20, so they'll give him the 19. He'll gain 4 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like this probably a little more of the second-team defense here for Independence. I don't see any of the usual suspects like Logan Phelan and Big Grimmett in the middle. So let's see how these guys hold up against this first for man.
So here's Canterbury out of the shotgun. Second down from his own 19. Got to get out to the 30. Here's a running play going off the left side, and the running back just falls forward, gets out close to the 25. Get him out to the 24-yard line and now make it 3rd and 6. And see, after 2 good running plays, you still got 3rd and 6. And see, look what you'd have been in if you hadn't had the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, you'll be knocking on the first downs door right here. And if you're Independence, you probably want to maybe put some pressure on the quarterback and maybe run blitz, try to get in the backfield.
We're first minute and a half of the second half. 54-7 the lead. You can see on your screen, Independence leading. It'll be 3rd and 6. On their own 24 for man. It's going to be a running play, and it's not going to quite get to where they need to go. They need to get out to the 30, and they're not going to get there. Going to come up about 2 yards short. It'll be 4th down, and 54-7. Let's see if they'd like to go on 4th and 2 on their own 28.
Now I think they'll elect to punt here and maybe try to flip the field. You don't want to give Independence the ball at the 30-yard line. I'm thinking this is the safe play.
You don't, and I think you probably would want to punt, and if that's the case, that'll be another 3 and out.
See who goes back deep here for Independence.
This would be the 4th 3 and out if they do punt, and it looks like looks like they're going to punt.
They have Colton Miller back deep here for Independence, and
now we're going to have a timeout. And you really hate that for man, because the play clock was running down, that if you made up your mind you were going to punt and then you have to call a timeout to punt, That is just, so you're right, Eric. You talk about attention to detail, but you look, man, on the first play of the second half, they get a false start. Then they're 2 yards short. They're going to punt anyway. Now you have to burn. But here's what I look at, Eric. If you're going to kick it anyway, why not just take the 5 yards?
Penalty.
Yeah, just take the 5 yards, because you hate to call a time. To me, you hate to call a timeout to punt.
Yeah, and in this situation, you burned a timeout. You give an Independence a chance to set their return team now. So you basically helped out the offense of Independence here.
So here is a man on 4th and 2, and it's going to be a fake, trying to run it here to the near side. They got to get across the 30. There's a flag. It's going to come back, even though he's going to pick up the first down and knocked out of bounds here right below us on the 40-yard line. The penalty is going to negate a fake by the man. It's going to be a hold, as you mentioned, Eric, right on the edge. And so really just mistakes for man, as you talk about. They come out. They have a false start on the first play. They let the play clock wind down. They fake a punt and get the first down, and then it's nullified because of a penalty.
Hey, you know what, Harris? I'm going to have to send a shout out to the refs. The White Hats working hard tonight. That's one of my good friends that's reffing this game, Brian Joyce, and I'm going to tell him he's been throwing that flag a little too much tonight the next time I talk to him.
Tell him when you see him on Monday at work, he's a little lighter, because that flag kept coming out of his pocket.
Exactly right.
That flag went weighing him down. So with the penalty, that'll back the ball back up inside the 20, and I would think that man would not you need 11, 12 yards. I think they'd kick it here. And now we got another whistle.
I think they snapped the ball before
they were
set to before the ref blew the ball.
Well, they were trying to they were trying to make up, because they had a delay of game. They're trying to go a little faster, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So really, this first series for man just has not went in any way, shape, fashion, or form what they had hoped. And here comes the punt. And it's a nice punt, and it's going to take a bounce, and it bounces right to the Independence player. It's crossed the 45-yard line.
Colton Miller there.
Yeah, Miller, a 5'11", 165 junior with a pretty decent return. So Independence, once again, will start in man territory.
And Marison, I think that Independence is going to go with their second team O here. This is a classy move here by Coach John Lewis.
So they're going to put the ball right down at not at midfield. I think right at midfield. Nope. One official stand at midfield. Now they move the ball to the man 46-yard line.
Well, they need to reset the chains, because the chains are still at the 50. And
well, that's where the official was originally at. So let's see. They're going to have a new quarterback in the game. And I can't quite make that out of who that is.
Oh, I know that number. That's J.D. Monroe, number 30. I can see that number way up here.
There's Monroe, and Independence moved. I could see that. I may not see the number, but I know they moved too soon, and that's going to cost them 5.
And right on cue, the first play from scrimmage is
it's a false start, yeah. So that'll take the ball back into their own territory, back to their own 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 for Independence. Independence leading in the game 54-7. We're at the 9:25 mark of the third quarter. Now, unless man can cut into this lead, if a team is leading by 35 or more in the fourth quarter, it'll be a running fourth quarter clock. So Independence will have twin receivers here to the near side. Quarterback is J.D. Monroe. Waiting on the snap, takes it, going to be a running play, looking for room here to the near side, inside the 45, cuts back to the 40, flag is coming back, nice hard run down the sideline, it's going to be a touchdown, but it's going to be nullified. That touchdown will come back, as that was Michael Lacey.
No, that was Tyler Linksweiler.
Tyler Linksweiler, I beg your pardon.
And that would have been his second touchdown on 3 carries, but it's coming back.
Yeah.
And that kid is shifty. They're deep at the running back position.
That would have been a 51-yard touchdown run, but I knew it was coming back as the flags came out. But, yeah, your friend there, Brian Joyce, he's getting weighed down tonight. That's why he's been throwing that flag a lot, and that's going to nullify a nifty touchdown run by Tyler Linksweiler. He's just a sophomore, 5'9", 155 pounds. And I'll tell you what, he reminds me of a smaller Judah Price. He runs like that. He's got good speed and
great speed,
power,
shifty, power.
So the penalty, so they have back-to-back penalties, and that will take the ball back to the 45, their own 45. They had a 5-yard false start and then the holding penalty. So it'll be first down for Independence. It's J.D. Monroe in at relief at quarterback here in the second half. out of the gun. They put a man in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He'll go to the far side, carrying the ball. That time is Colton Karan, and he crosses midfield, crosses the 45.
This could
he
go.
He comes back to the near side of the 40. This could go. If he gets a block to the 30, 25-20, this will go. 15-10-5 into the end zone for a touchdown. That is quite a run. That's a 55-yard run. A beautiful play that time by Colton Karan, a 6'1", 170-pound junior.
And the depth keeps showing itself. You know, I'm telling you, this Independence offense is very deep and deadly.
So that will take the lead to 60-7. That's a one-play drive covering 46 yards and a 55-yard touchdown run. And it's 60-7 as we await the PAT with 8:35 remaining here in the third quarter. And, you know, you can't help it. I mean, Independence is not trying to run the score up here. They ran a play that went to the far side, cut back to the near side. I mean, you know, I don't know what you do, but man has not been able to come up with any resistance and stop Independence at all. So here's the extra point, and it's going to be up and through. So your new score will be Independence 61, Man 7, 8:35 remaining third quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Production.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
On the kickoff as Independence puts it in the end zone. The latest Independence touchdown, though, Eric, was a nifty run by Colton Cairn, and he had a 55-yard run to take the lead out to 61-7.
And one thing I was thinking about on those commercial breaks, Maris, is it seems like every time the Independence gets a penalty, they seem to score right after the penalty.
And for the second straight time, another thing, too, Independence kicking the ball into the end zone, making man start at the own 20.
And then I'm saying that's a weapon. Maybe they've just been holding that, you know, in their arsenal, practicing, you know, kicking the squib to the middle of the field.
Score update, Marshall in front 42-7, not even halftime yet, as here's man trying to get a running play going, and that's going to go a yard, maybe two, get the ball across the 20 out to the 22, and only pick up a couple, make it 2nd down and 8. But I'll tell you what, Independence, though, as good as they are, and they're good in all phases, offense, defense, special teams, with talent all around on both sides of the ball, they have got to clean up the penalties, because there could come a time where all it takes is one penalty like that to really ruin your dreams of winning a state championship.
Yeah, and in these crucial games, you know, later on in the playoffs, because let's face it, they're going to make the playoffs if they continue to play the way they're playing. And you're right, in a closely contested game, Maris, one penalty, you know, call back a touchdown or something and put you behind the chains, and the other team gets it and maybe scores late and can knock you out of the playoffs. So
that was Jordan Adams on the carry. He gets over the 25. He gets out to the 27-yard line. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for man. They've got to get to the 30 if they want to keep this drive going. The clock turning, 7:25 and counting. It's been all Independence. They lead 61-7. So here is Canterbury working out of the gun. They got to get to the 30-yard line to keep the drive going. Here's a running play, and it's not going to get there. Independence will stack him up. He's trying to fight to get to the 30, and just not going to happen. He might get to the 29. They had the ball on the 27, so they'll get to the 29, but he'll be a yard short, and it'll be 4th down for man on their own 29. And
I would go for it here.
Well, yeah, only needing a yard.
Need a yard. And let's say, well, my hat's off to this. The second unit, Independence defense. they've stood up. They're still playing the first unit from man's offensive unit out there, and they're standing up pretty stout.
Man will go for it on 4th and 1 on their own 29. They just need a yard. They run a quarterback sneak, and that'll move the pile and get the first down. As Canterbury lines up over the center, and they get the ball out to the 32-yard line, and that'll keep this drive alive. So it'll be first down for Man on their own 32-yard line. And I just think, Eric, if you're, your Man, you really forget about the score and try to have something positive and try to go down and get a score of your own right here.
Yeah, right here you need to get something positive to, in this third quarter, maybe drive down and punch it in and get a little momentum, something to build on in the fourth here.
We're approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, 61-7. Unless Man can cut into this lead in a hurry, we'll have a running fourth quarter clock as Man will work out of the shotgun. Canterbury takes the snap. Here's the handoff. It goes off the left side. Boy, there's a big hit by Independence, and he was able to break a tackle and still going, and a nice run over across
Independence looks like they took the football there.
Maybe they did, and I don't see the official give the indication, but Independence coming to the sideline. I think they did. I think Man turned it over.
Yeah, it was a turnover, which in that blur, I did not see it. There was a fumble, yes.
I'm still waiting for the official. Have you seen the official give the indication? I haven't, but
I have not.
But it will be Independence's ball at the Man 45. You're right. So that will be the fourth turnover for the Man Hillbillies. They've had an interception and 3 fumbles there and 2 fumbles on a kickoff. So on the turnover, Independence will take over at the Man 45 with 5:44 left third quarter and up big, 61-7.
So it looks like the J.D. Monroe and Linksweiler's in the backfield again.
And Linksweiler will get the call. He gets the running play up the left side. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, inside the 30. Breaks a tackle, 25, one man to beat, inside the 15. And they can't get him down until he gets to the 10-yard line. That's a heck of a run. That'll be a 35-yard gain down to the 10-yard line. Actually going to put him out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
So this with that carry, that will be 5 carries for 82 yards for Tyler Linksweiler. So he's knocking on the door of the century mark here in the third period.
Yeah, I think before the night's over, Independence could easily have close to 700 yards of total offense.
Yeah, it's going to be 700 yards of total offense, 650 on the ground probably.
Yeah. So they'll have a first down with Independence at the 12-yard line. We're under the under 10 seconds on the play clock, down to 6. Monroe will work out of the shotgun. 3 on the play clock. Monroe trying to run an option. Well, he fumbled the ball. The ball is loose, bounces around on the turf, and I think Independence got it back, and they do. They'll recover the ball back on their own 18-yard line. Or rather, the Man 18, I beg your pardon.
5 or 6.
So they're going to lose 6 yards on the play. As the clock continues to turn, under 5 minutes left, third quarter.
Like to let everyone know, concession stands will be closed at the end of the third quarter.
So next week we will be up at Summersville and look forward to that, Eric, between a potential playoff matchup between Independence and Nicholas County.
And I'm sure the Nicholas County coaches are somewhere in this stadium looking this firsthand right here.
So here's a handoff to Linksweiler, and they got him stood up at the line. He's able to actually not get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to lose a yard back to the 19, maybe back to the 20. They'll put him back to the 20. So he lost 2 on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down play.
And that's probably the first 2 negative plays of the second half for the Independence offense.
Well, throughout the whole game, they haven't outside, getting hit behind the line of scrimmage just hasn't happened that much.
No, it's not. They've really won the war up front.
So they need to get to the 2-yard line for a first down. So it's going to be a pitch out.
Colton Karen this time.
He's around the edge. He's going to get it to the 10, to 5, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So that's going to be a 20-yard touchdown run from Colton Karen. It's his second score around the right side into the end zone for an Independence touchdown.
No, I'm sorry. That was wrong. That was Colton Miller that
time.
Colton
Miller.
Yeah.
5'11", 165 junior. He gets in on the action. And
so
Miller,
a different running back.
And Miller gets into the end zone, and that makes the score 67-7. That was a 4-play, 45-yard drive after the Man turnover. The extra point is right through. Your new score is Independence 68, Man 7, 3:35 remaining here in the third quarter. And Eric, I think when a lot of people see this score tomorrow, they will think, wow, did Independence really run it up? And they really haven't, because they've played a lot of people. And as you talked about, building depth, and that's something that you need going forward for the push run this year, but also for your future.
Yeah.
And I understand the middle school here at Independence has got a nice team as well. They got a nice feeder program that goes into that. But Man was just been deflated from the very beginning. I don't think Man, they were 3-3 and they played some quality teams, and even in their losses they were competitive. But they've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, they've never ran into it. This is a juggernaut, and seriously, people need to understand that their first team offense, Independence's first team offense, only played 2 quarters.
Yeah.
They have not lined up any of their first teamers in this third period.
You know, if somebody would ask me who Independence's punter is, I don't think I know who he is, because he may be one of the other regulars, but he never gets a chance to play. As here comes the kickoff, and it will bounce down inside the 5. And once again, having a hard time picking up Grimmett, and Grimmett gets over the 10. He won't quite make it to the 15, and Grimmett, they'll put him down probably about the 12 or 13. But once again, Man, just having all kinds of trouble handling the kickoff.
Just a lot of trouble fielding the football cleanly on the kickoffs.
So Man will start on the 13-yard line, as it is a 68-7 lead. And, you know, Independence put up 61, right?
Yes.
61 or 60 last week. I got it here somewhere. Put up 60. They won 60 to 21.
Yes.
So they put up, back-to-back weeks, they're going to put up 60 or better. There's 3:26 left here in the third quarter. 68-7, the Independence lead. And Man will have it as Canterbury still out of the gun. Rose actually hands the ball off to Adams, and Adams just really nowhere to run. He's going to lose yardage back inside the 10, back to the 9.
Yeah, he was hog-tied on that run and slung to the turf. These young Independence defenders are hungry. I mean, they getting their time to shine out here on Friday night, and they're really doing a great job.
So I'm thinking, if you're Man, you just want to get this game over and get in the shower and get back on the bus.
Get on that bus.
And, you know, there's no good way to get from here to Man. So down 68-7, it's going to be longer than what it normally is. It's out of the gun. Here's the shotgun snap. They run it to Grimmett on the far side. He crosses the 10, across the 15, 20, out over the 30. Gets a nice gain out near the 35. Let's see where they run him out of bounds at. I'm not sure where they're going to put him doon at, but it will be a first down. A nice run, one of the better runs of the night for Man.
Looks like at the 33.
Yep. 33-yard line with the first down. And that's a nice gain. I know the PA was given a score of shaded Mingo Central. I didn't quite catch that. I'm not sure if you heard that or not, Eric.
I didn't catch it either.
Maybe after this play you can update us, as it'll be first down for Man on their own 33-yard line. 68-7 the lead for Independence. Here's the shotgun snap. Here's a running play. Trying to get some room here to the near side. Breaks a tackle and gets out over the 40-yard line. And Jordan Adams on the tote. Gets over the 40. Put him down at the 43-yard line. Actually 42. He got 9 on the play.
Yes, your updated score here at Shady Spring. Mingo Central 32, Shady Spring 12 in the third period.
So, you know, if you're Shady, you want, if you're Independent, you want Shady to win, you want Liberty to win, you want all the bonus points you can get.
Yeah, I was getting ready to give you the update on that.
Okay.
Liberty is at Scott, and Scott's ranked number 5, and they're down, or number 15. Excuse me, Scott's up 14-0 in the third quarter.
Here's a busted play for Man, and keeping the ball to the far side. It's got a first down cross midfield to the 45. They got a new quarterback in there, and that was Jaden Brumfield, who took the snap. We got a flag, though, and that'll probably come back.
And I actually agree with this flag. Independence defender was about to make the tackle, and he was tackled by the Man offensive lineman.
So that'll be a hold. That'll negate that.
Time.
Yep. Yeah, so if you're Independent, you're rooting now for your rivals. You're rooting for Shady to win. You're rooting for Liberty to win. You beat them. You're rooting for the teams that you beat. You need as many bonuses because, as I mentioned earlier, Independence is only going to have 8 games. They originally had 10. Then Pikeview dropped them right there before the season. That only left them with 9. Then they don't get to play Polka, so now they only have 8. So you try to maximize as many points as you can get and hope the teams that you beat continue to win.
Yeah, and speaking of Polka, I got an update on that score. The Polka Dots are up 14-12 over Logan right now in Polka.
So with the penalty, the ball goes back inside the 25, back to the 24-yard line. And it's going to be second down and long on their own 24 as they change quarterbacks. And they have Brunfield in there now, and he's running for his life. He's in trouble. And he's going to try to scramble out of it, and he's going to get over the 20 and fall forward and get over the 25. But he had nowhere to go with the ball as he was under heavy duress.
So, Maris, let me ask you this. You have the Man Hillbillies played Logan, correct? Lost 21-14,
That's correct.
I'm thinking.
That is correct.
The first game of the year. So you don't want to compare and contrast scores, but let me run this by you. Polka is ranked what? Number 2, I think, in
that I'm not sure.
So they're beating Logan right now late in the third quarter, 14-12.
Yeah, I'm sure Polka has a good team. I'm sure Herbert Hoover has a good team. I know Herbert Hoover has scored 70 in a game this year.
Exactly.
I just don't know on a consistent basis.
But we had a chance to cover the team that they scored 70 on.
Right, Wyoming East. But I will say this. Of all the teams that you and I have watched, we've seen, of course, the Raleigh County teams. We've seen Liberty, Independent, Shady. We've seen Wyoming East, West Side, and Nicholas County,
yes.
Correct?
And we walked out of the Nicholas County Shady game saying that's a playoff team.
Right.
That being Nicholas County.
And we do believe that looks like that's going to bear out. That's going to be the case.
Yes.
So Independence will face its biggest test on the road next week against Nicholas County.
And Nicholas County's only loss is to a ranked team.
To
Lincoln. So there's a lot riding on that. It'll be kind of a statement game for, either team, whoever wins that game next
I'm
week.
going to say this, Eric. I think in that game next week, what's on the line is at least 2 home games for Independence.
Exactly.
That's what's on the line.
That is a big
because even if Independence would lose that game, they're going to make the playoffs. But I think they would have to get on the bus.
Yeah, but they want to be here on the hill.
No question. You want a home game. All right, here's a third down play. We got a whistle out of the timeout. Got a penalty flag.
The second time we've come out of the timeout with the whistle.
Offsides on Independence. They must have lined up offsides. So that will tack 5 more yards. That'll take the ball across the 30. And man is walking back, but the official pointed toward Independence as offsides. And now they'll mark off the 5-yard penalty, take the ball out to the 33-yard line. Still going to be third and long. 4-man on their own 33 in a 68-7 game, and where perhaps this could be the final play of the third quarter as we're getting ready. We're under 30 seconds left in it now, and man will have the ball and they'll work out of the shotgun with Brumfield. He'll take the shotgun snap. He'll throw the ball to the far side. It's incomplete. Went off the hands of Grimmett. As soon as I said this could be the last play of the third quarter, we have an incomplete pass to stop the clock.
You jinxed it. Let me give you a couple of AAA scores here. A lot of big matchups tonight in AAA, Maris. Cabell Midland, George Washington. Cabell Midland is leading the George Washington Patriots 21-7 in the fourth quarter. Princeton 14, Hedgesville 7. This is a shocker right here. Morgantown 21. Number 13, Parkersburg South, 7 in the third quarter.
Well, it'll be punting time for Manning. Princeton, Hedgesville, I'm not sure where they played that, but whoever the visiting team is, that's about a 6.5 hour bus ride. Here's the snap over the punter's head. He's got to run back inside the 10 to get it. He does get a kickoff, and it'll go out just shy of the 40 as on the change of possession, the clock will stop with 9 seconds left in the third quarter.
And to answer your question, that game is in Hedgesville, so Princeton made the probably drove up 81 across.
Yeah, and they're probably still driving. They probably left as early as they could, maybe 8 a.m. this morning.
Well, they'll be back Sunday.
Yeah. So Independence will take over at the man 39-yard line. And 68-7, and if you're Coach Lilly, no matter who you put in here, if a kid breaks it, you don't want them not to run all the way for a touchdown because everybody wants to play, and like you said, everybody wants to shine. So you just can't help it, and I don't think this is a case of Independence running it up. And when people see this score, they're like, man, 68-7, but looks like Independence might just take a knee here for the end of the third quarter. And, of course, we'll have a rolling fourth quarter clock as there's the knee, and that will be the end of the third quarter. After 3, your score is Independence 68, Man 7, as you are watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
Looking to sell your vehicle? Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Motley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
So it's parked up there.
We're going to the fourth quarter. We'll have a running fourth quarter clock with Independence leading 68-7. As Independence will have a second down play from their own 40-yard line, or actually the man 40, beg your pardon. And it's going to be a running play here to the near sideline, inside the 40, inside the 35. There's a flag. That'll be a hold. That'll come back. Another flag comes in as well. So I got a couple of flags, and I couldn't quite see who that was in there now quarterbacking.
J.D. Monroe again, I'm pretty sure.
Is it J.D. Monroe?
Yeah.
Yep, you are correct. And
I know that number 30, Maris.
Because that used to be your number. And what'd you say, this is what, 5 or 6 holding penalties on Independence tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with this referee. No, I'm just joking. They're clear holds. I mean, you can't.
Well, I think the offensive line coach is probably wanting to have a discussion with his lineman.
His lineman, yeah. You can't get outside of the jerk. You know, if you're getting outside of the shoulder pads, they're going to call that bear hug every time.
Well, once the guy goes to the edge, you just got to let him go. Yeah, just let it go. And the penalty takes the ball back to the original line of scrimmage right at the man 40-yard line. And like I said, we have a running fourth quarter clock, and we're about a minute into the fourth quarter. And here comes Monroe with that reverse pivot. Must be a new play they put in, as Monroe is inside the 30, inside the 25, and he'll have enough for a first down because we saw Phelan run that very effectively with this reverse pivot, and we haven't seen that in the previous Independence games that we've covered.
Yeah, like we said, they put a few wrinkles in, working on a few things. So this Independence offense, like we said, it has weapons. They're deep. It's a well-oiled machine.
23-yard line of man is where Independence has. That was a 17-yard run by Monroe. And like I said, Eric, they're going to have Independence close or over 700 yards of total offense, and I think they're going to rush 630 to 650 yards on the ground. Rushing.
And it's tough. As it seems, it's tough with 10 minutes to go to tell these younger kids not to try to score.
Right. Here comes Monroe. He'll keep it again. He's trying to get to the edge. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's inside the 20. There's another flag, and that's going to come back. He was trying to follow the blocker in front of him, and the blocker threw up his hands what did he do? And I guess he held the jersey, and that will come back, and there's the holding penalty once again on Independence.
Yeah, and both units need to clean up just the silly penalties here.
Well, when the coaches go back to look at this on film, if you want to play more and you're the second, if you're mixed in between the second, third, or however they do it, just the reserve role, you don't want to be out there having penalties where the coaches will point that out in the film room.
Yes, definitely. And you just really need to, when you initially block, you just have to screen the guy off. These guys are fast enough, Maris, to once you screen them off to get around and, get an open field.
So the penalty takes the ball back to the 25-yard line. It's still first down, 1st and 12 now. And once again, Monroe does that reverse pivot. He's got some room. He's inside the 20. He's inside the 15. He's inside the 10. He's to the goal line, and he's in for a touchdown. J.D. Monroe, a 25-yard touchdown run. That's a 3-play, 39-yard drive. And that takes the lead to 74-7. And once again, just 3 plays, 39 yards. Monroe into the end zone, the final 25 yards. And I really don't know what you say in a game like this. I honestly, Eric, I have never really been part of a game like this. 74-7 that I actually broadcast is waiting for the extra point. I've never been a part of anything, like this. I can tell you after the extra point, which is good.
No good.
Nope, it is no good. So the score remains 74-7.
Independence consistent with their extra points. Make one, miss one.
I can tell you this, and this goes back, Eric, right where you were. You may not. I don't. Yeah, let's see. You might have been born. You might have been about 9 months old in 1972, in September of 1972. Because you were born in January.
Yep.
You were 9 months old. And I was at the game at the old Van Meter Stadium, which is Bob Pruitt Stadium now. And I believe it's either 71 or 72. So either you were not born or you were 9 months. But I can tell you this, that Beckley beat Mullins, and they used to open up. Beckley beat Mullins 79-0. They used to play the very first game of the year. And they used to have a bonfire, and they'd burn a rebel down, which is known as the Dust Bowl. And that was their pep rally that Woodrow Beckley did back at that time. And they beat Mullins 79-0. And the coach at Mullins at that time, McNish, was from Beckley. And that was, I think, the last time that Mullins and Beckley played, and Beckley beat them. And I was at that game. So since then, and I have to look at that up, 71 or 72. I've not been a part of something like that here until tonight.
And I think most of these fans have not been a part of this. They're trying to get to their cars early and head to the house.
Yeah, I mean, here comes the kickoff, and I'll get into this point in a minute. As man gets the ball there about the 30-yard line and going to get across the 32-yard line. That's where they'll start this drive. But, I really don't know if you're man, what do you say to your players? I mean, it was just overwhelming tonight. And Independence is just really good. And, you're a Class A team, and you're up in Class and AA. And Independence is not just your average. It's a very good AA team. In fact, there's some AAA teams that I no doubt that they could beat.
Yeah, they all have trouble. A few AAA teams would have trouble with them because, what Independence has that most AAA teams have that usually beat
skill people. Abundance of skill people.
And depth.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying, abundance of skill people.
Yes, so they have weapons.
So at the 32 is man as the clock continues to run, and we're under 6 minutes for the game, and they're going to have a running play, get out near the 40-yard line, and running the ball that time out near the 40-yard line was Jordan Adams. And they'll put him down at the 40. He'll get 8 on the play. But the Independence, just from the very beginning, and Coach Lilly, I knew it was coach's speak, and I was wanting to tell him that, as him and I had a long talk earlier today. He was really concerned because he said he didn't have a good week of practice and all the distractions of homecoming. But, boy, whatever they did, or whatever they were distracted, or how they practiced, maybe you won't do that all the time if you're going to play like this.
You might want to bottle those practices up.
Here's a nice run that gets out to midfield for a first down for man. And like I said, clock is turning. We're under 5 minutes to go. First down man at midfield. Actually just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line, but nevertheless enough for a first down. So Independence and Nicholas County will be in Summersville, and I have to check the start time. Not sure if it's a 7 or 7:30, but Eric, you and I will be there. I'm looking forward to that next Friday. Here's another running play for man. They got good yardage, going to gain about 6 or 7 down inside the 45 to the 44 of Independence. So just playing out the string in this one. Approaching 4 minutes to go. Actually, we'll put him down at the 45-yard line.
I hope man can actually move the ball down the field and maybe get something positive. Maybe get it in the end zone, make the kids as they fumble.
Yeah, they fumbled the ball, and Independence is going to be on it, and they're trying to pick it up, and it's going to be Independence ball. That'll be the 5th man turnover. So they've had 4 fumbles and an interception. And Independence, Eric, they really could just take knees, I would imagine.
I was thinking that. You're starting to read my mind. We've been around each other so long.
Yeah, well,
and I was doing it in my head. I'm thinking,
just take a couple of knees.
Just take a couple of knees and
74-7,
and let the kids shower and go to the dance.
Yeah, well, they can dance all the way to the shower because they've really earned it. This is a great performance, and some people say, well, they beat a single A team, and they should, but still,
Based on his team scores, though, I mean,
right.
Logan is in a battle with Polka right now. They lost 21-14 to Logan. So.
But Independence can only play who's on their schedule, and this is a darn good football team in the Patriots. And they will be a hard out, but the biggest thing is that's what they're going to do is just take knees. And, Eric, I think you're going to agree with this. If Independence doesn't win it, I think it'll be because of either turnover or penalties. The things that they have continued not to do well, and they really haven't turned the ball over that much, but the penalties, I think that if they don't win the championship, they don't win the state championship, that would turn its ugly head of the penalties.
Yeah, and if you see two things that they need to clean up, that's 1A and 1B.
Because
the penalties and your extra points.
I will say this because people have asked me, can Independence win the championship? And my answer, can they win it? Yes. I'm not saying they're going to win it because I haven't seen – I know Herbert Hoover's very good. I know Fairmont, other teams, Polka, other teams have got, really good players and have got playoff experience as well. But I would just like to see Independence, and it's so unfortunate that we didn't get to play the Polka game because I think that would have given you and I and everybody a real measuring stick as to at what level. I mean, because Independence, I think, like I said, if they win out, even with 8 games, they're going to finish in the top 4. They're going to get 2 home games.
Yeah, they're going to get 2 home games. And this team, I'm telling you, if you come up here on the hill up here at Independence, you better as another flag.
See, just a mental mistake because he's not up on the line. They don't have enough people on the line. And that's a false start. That's illegal formation. And you just can't – I don't care what unit you're on. You have to, all coaches will tell you, and you've heard this a bunch, Eric, you play the way you practice. You got to practice. You got to play. You can't – that's paying attention to detail. You can't have a guy uncovered. You got to get up on the line. You have to do what you need to do, all the little things.
Yeah, all the little things that self-inflicted.
Right.
Self-inflicted penalties.
We're ready to go under a minute for the game. We'll have a short wrap-up because it would probably take me a half an hour to go through all the scoring plays that Independence had. Putting 74 up on the board. And they can only they really don't probably – I don't think they need to snap it. Well, they might have to snap it. Yeah, they'll have to snap it one more time. One more knee for the ball game. So Independence is going to be 6-0. Man is going to go to 1 game under 500 and go to 3-4. Next Friday, Eric and I and the crew, Andrew Bolin, and also our stat man Chris Farish will be up at Summersville, Nicholas County. And Eric, for me, in all my years of broadcasting high school sports, it'll be my first time ever to broadcast a football game up at Nicholas County. So it'll be a first for me.
It'll be the first time me actually being in that stadium since I was in junior high.
I played in that stadium twice back in the 70s, but it'll be the first time calling a game. And there is the clock running down to 0. So your final score is Independence. They win big tonight, 74-7 over Man. We'll come back and recap as you are watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, and we have Andrew Bolin, who produced and directed tonight's game, and Chris Farish on stats. And boy, Independence, they had a couple of nice runs, Eric. They scored the first 41 points of the game. Then Man got a touchdown, 41-7, and then they scored the next 34 points of the game, and they win the game 75-7. And there's so many guys that you could name, but Independence really set the tone right off the bat as they took the opening drive and they went in sixth place, 70 yards to get their first touchdown. And Atticus Goodson did not start, and that was Judah Price. But Independence did not punt tonight, and they were just fantastic on offense. And I know Chris is busy totaling up the team and individual totals, and we'll get to that in our next segment. But to put a bow on this, to finish this up, just rather than go through all these scores, because there were so many guys that did it, and you'll be able to go through that when you give out the individual totals. But Independence, just can't say enough of how dominant they were here tonight.
Man, they were dominant, in all, as you stated, in all three phases. And I even liked, on the kickoff a couple of times, they actually kicked it deep, had two touchbacks, with two onside kicks that they recovered. So they worked on a little stuff there. But as you stated, man, the defense, I guarantee you after we get the final stats that they did not rush for 50 yards total.
And we'll get that in a minute. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, Eric will have all the numbers for you as we'll take our first post-game break as you're watching a live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
General Stores has served our hometowns for decades. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. GROSE. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Welcome back to Independence High School. As you can see the band out there giving a post-game, little post-game entertainment, and they have a lot to entertain about because Independence, they entertained their home crowd with this big 74-7 victory on this homecoming night 2021. And the number 3 Class AA team Independence raises its record to 6-0. Man will fall a game below 500 to 3-4. And it was such a dominating performances, and when Eric gives you these stats, they will reveal that. As Eric, you do have the team and individual totals for tonight's game.
Yeah, the team stats for the Man Hillbillies reflect the score. They had 170 yards of total offense, 104 on the ground, 66 passing. They were leading rushing by their leading rusher had 24 yards on 7 carries, Adams. He led them in rushing, and they had 5 for 9 for 66 yards through the air by Canterbury. So on the flip side,
this might take a while, right?
Yes, it may take a while. So bear with me real quick. And on the rushing total, it's 580 yards, but viewers need to understand that Judah Price and Goodson did all this in the first 2 quarters. So Atticus Goodson led them with 15 carries for 216 yards and 3 touchdowns. Judah Price had 9 carries, 134 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They had 4 other guys come in in the second half, led by Tyler Linksweiler. He had 5 carries, 86 yards, and 1 score. Miller, Karen, and one other player scored a touchdown as well.
Monroe had a touchdown.
Monroe.
Yeah.
So they had everybody that toted the ball.
5 or 6 guys that scored touchdowns.
Everybody that toted the ball scored except for Logan Phelan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an explosive offense. So they had 667 total yards of offense, 580 on the ground, and 86 through the air. Dominant performance by the Independence Patriots.
So the Patriots rack up a very big win, 74-7. As I mentioned, Independence will now be 6-0. They came in tonight at number 3, and they're hoping that Shady can rally. The last time we looked, they were behind, and Liberty was behind. They're not just the only 2 teams, but everybody else on their schedule, whoever's playing tonight, and Westside is not. So they hope that Summers County, if they're playing, and Midland Trail was playing James Monroe, and for Midland Trail's own case, for them to make the single A playoffs, they need a win. So Independence hoping that they will win, because Independence will only have 8 games because the Poca game will not be made up. For man, I don't know what you say, Eric. You just forget about this one and move on.
Move forward. Don't watch the film. Don't watch the replay of this. On video productions. Just lick your wounds. And you know what? You're fortunate you got out. No serious injuries or anything like that. So you still have the playoffs ahead if you can maybe win out and maybe sneak into the playoffs.
Maybe they're 3-4. We'll take our final post-game break, and we'll come back and put a bow on this and wrap it up for you as you are watching live streaming coverage of high school football here on Video Production.
Jack, did you see those new windows and doors the homeowner put on their home?
Yeah, and this new door they set us next to is sweet as pumpkin pie.
It's made in America, quality made and efficient too.
There's no time like now to buy new windows, siding, and doors from Window World of Beckley.
Choose from many door styles, siding colors, and window glass and grid options. We'll help you design your perfect home.
Call Window World of Beckley for your new window, siding, and door estimates.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at PioneerCommunityBank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome you back to Independence High School.
Jack, did you see those new windows and doors the homeowner put on their home?
Yeah, and this new door they set us.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School. Along with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Andrew Bolin is producing and directing tonight's game. Chris Ferris, another outstanding night on stats. And Eric, just to update, we had talked about, this is the first time I've been a part as a broadcaster in a game like this. One of the viewers who was watching the game here on video production had sent me a text and told me it was 1972, in which I told you about Beckley beating Mullins 79-0. I remember that. I was at that game. I would have been 10, so I know you would have been like about 9 months old.
9 months old.
But I remember going to it as a fan, but as a broadcaster, and I've as many games as I've done in football for over 30 years in my 32nd year, I can't recall any game of recent time, or any time for that matter, where it was as lopsided as what we had here tonight by the score of 74-7.
Yeah, and it was lopsided from the opening kick. Independence came out really focused and just laid the wood to them. I mean, it was just a dominant performance.
Now Independence will really have to be focused, and they, I'm sure, will be really drawn in and lasered in for their opponent next week, which we will do on the road up at Summersville. It'll be the first time that I have called a game up there in football, and it'll be Nicholas County, who they were coming in tonight's game, but you told me you thought their game got postponed.
It did.
Right?
It got postponed at
Westside. They were number 5 coming in. Independence was number 3.
Yes.
And I don't think that they're going to move much. I mean, I don't know what the other teams around Independence and Nicholas County have done tonight, but still it's going to be a top 10 matchup no matter how you slice it up. And I think both teams are playing for 2 home games, and there's a lot at stake next week, and we'll have it. Not sure the start time if it's a 7 or 7:30, but either way, if it's a 7 o'clock kick, we'll be on at 6:45. If it's a 7:30 kick, we'll be on at 7:15 here on Video Productions, and I really look forward to that next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That will be, I would pay to go watch that game, so it's going to be great for us to go call it. And I'm sure that Nicholas County is already game planning, for Independence. If they were not here tonight, I'm sure they may have tuned in and watched this and already getting their game plan ready for next week.
And the weather next Friday may not be as nice as it is here tonight, because I understand Monday in our region it's supposed to get down in the 30s at night. So it's going to get a little cooler, if not colder. And as we're rounding third and heading for home on the regular season, that's what we get, a little bit colder weather.
Yeah, and most people will say football weather, but tonight it was football weather for me. I know all these kids would rather play on nights like tonight under the Friday night lights. So, but whatever, both teams will have to play in whatever Mother Nature throws their way.
Well, we'll be looking forward next week. We hope to have your attendance here on Video Production next Friday night. So from a partner, Eric Thomas, for our stat man, Chris Ferris, and for our producer and director, Andrew Bolin, I'm Maris Lowry. Repeating the final score, it was Independence defeating Man by the score of 74-7. Good night, everybody. We